is about to have their eyes on Detroit, so we figure we show them how Detroit parties. Join us at the 313 Draft Party, presented by Flagger Law on Woodward and Adams in Detroit, April 25th and 26th. That's right, we're taking over the city with a live broadcast from the 313 Draft Party, sponsored by Jars, Lost Farm, and Gold Crown, covering the NFL Draft like only Woodward Sports can. Join the entire Woodward family when the first round begins at 8 p.m. This party is 21 plus, free to the public, and opens at 2 p.m. on Thursday. Come watch the live broadcast for rounds 1, 2, and 3 at the best draft party in the D. Ain't no party like a Detroit party, especially when you party with Woodward Sports. Thank you to our sponsors, Sorokas, Glorious, and Flagger Law. All we do is win.
What up, though, people? Welcome to the Wake Up Woodward Show. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off your day with the crew. What a night, Mr. Matthew Bird. It's good to actually see you in person, Mr. Credentialed reporter for the Lions, crushing it down at the draft.
How about that day? The entire day. Terrion Arnold, baby. Let's go, Detroit Lions fans.
We're going to talk about this because we
Number
got some
24.
Nostradamuses on this show. We definitely do, KG. What up, though? In the sound booth.
What up, though?
Mr. JBSMOOOOOV, Woodward Sports MVP, in the TD booth. Shout out to Mr. Flannel Sam. He will be on Big D Energy today from 11 to 1. He was absolutely on one last night at the draft party, man. It was epic. A lot of people showed up, too. A lot of people from the chat, they showed up, man.
Oh, at the party, at the 313 party.
At the party, man.
I thought you were talking about Detroit because apparently they set a little NFL record for the most people ever at an NFL draft.
275,000 plus.
Yes, sir.
And it's not just that number. It's so far past the 200,000 plus that Nashville had. That was the previous record. Detroit, we asked y'all to show up and show out. Y'all showed out. Y'all showed out. And the fans that we talked to from other areas, man, they are loving Detroit.
Right?
Absolutely loving Detroit.
What a perfect display for the city. For the city. Like I don't think the day could have gone any better. And you know, the takeaway at the end of the day, the amount of people that were there, it's not like the opposing fans took over this place. Like, that's what Detroit Lions fans have gotten used to, going to other people's homes and taking over their homes. It was all Honolulu blue yesterday, but everyone from the other teams, they were so appreciative, so complimentary of the city, of Detroit, of the draft. I mean, it was, from start to finish, the day was perfect. I think it was perfect.
Bro, even the interaction. Hey, we even got KG. He was out there on the camera, too, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm multifaceted. What'd you say?
Nah, I said I'm definitely multifaceted, so.
Yeah, man, look, we got a lot of cool interaction as well throughout the city. Just kind of walking from our party where we were just on the outside of Comerica Park all the way up to Woodward, where you can see the long line to get into the NFL draft experience. It was an epic time, man. It feels like I just saw you guys, KG and JB.
You mean mugging. Hey, it's an early morning for all of us.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it is for people in the chat, too. So bear with us. Call in. How about that? How about we split this show up with you guys? Call us. What's that number? It's 313. No, it's not 313.
313.
It is 313.
552-6322. Once again, that calling number is 313-552-6322. Chat family, as always, you're a very important part of this show and this platform.
The most.
Why we do what we do. Go ahead and smash that like button to support the crew. Once you've done that, encourage somebody else to do the same. Mr. Matthew Brody, you want to tell the people what we're talking about today?
Lions, baby.
Let's go.
We're talking all Lions again. There's too much excitement not to talk about it. The Tigers were off yesterday. Pistons and Red Wings aren't playing. So you know what? Let's celebrate. Mr. Terrion Arnold.
Let's go.
And Mr. Brad Holmes just once again fleecing the league. Maybe fleecing isn't the right word, but he won that day. There were some good drafts by other teams, and I know we're biased here with Brad Holmes, but what he was able to do, man, I sometimes I don't have the words. I see all you in the chat. I'm so excited to be celebrating with you because this has been 2 months of predicting mock drafts,
And now Brad has finally started to reveal his big mouth.
Yes, and it's much bigger than any of ours. So much
that
bigger.
The BBM.
Pause.
It's true. It's so true. But shout out to you guys. CK, you were the first one in the chat. We got Paul Thomas. Spudster58 he says, in Brad we trust.
Man,
Vincent Ellison, Terrion Arnold, let's go.
Bro, we were meeting people from Chase Amley to Freddie Felt and everybody
Freddie.
else in between. Yes, bro.
Freddie was there.
He was there.
Freddie.
I miss
He was
Freddie,
there.
man.
It was dope.
I missed him.
It was dope. It was dope. I'm so serious. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you so much for the support. It's been epic. But
Ed O'Neill.
Terrion Arnold, man, I got to kind of tee this up because I know we're going to get into it a little bit more in the next segment. But we did a top 5 at 29. Basically, the top 5 prospects that we believed might be on the Detroit Lions draft board. Mr. Matthew Broder, you had Terrion Arnold number 1. And not just that, Mr. KG did a feature on Terrion Arnold as well, that should be the pick. You guys have heard the whole week of coverage. That was the guy that began to get kind of drummed up a little bit more and more and more as probably just the best player that the Detroit Lions could go and grab on day one. And they did just that.
Yeah.
We even had a little bit of kind of reporting news last night that kind of tipped it off that this is the plan.
Yeah. If he got to 18,
Yeah.
the Lions were going to get aggressive. They were going to go up and try to get their guy. I don't think anyone, and Brad Holmes actually confirmed before the draft, he didn't think Terrion Arnold was going to fall. Man. Definitely not to 24, probably not into the 20s. He said once it got into the mid-teens, he started picking up the phone like, wait, what's happening here? What's happening here? And by the way, I told you we're all talking all Lions, and we are. We're going to talk about the NFL draft too. But at 8:30, we have some thank you notes to hand out because there are some GMs, there are some teams in the first round that we owe our thanks to.
You already know mine.
We got some stuff to write. You know, it was a party in Detroit. It was a party in the 3-on-3. So what do? After you host a party? You write a thank you note.
Thank you note.
So I have a thank you note to send up to, or actually down.
Are we going to Derek Jeter this thing? Are there any of them that we're sending home with gift baskets as well?
Yeah, because there's not going to be any repeat offenders like Jeter mistakenly did one time. But man, there are several teams we have to thank. How that board fell, I wasn't like in real time in the media room and everything. To see how it all played out and to see how Brad was able to go up and get Terrion Arnold at 24 with a trade with the Cowboys. So he moved up 5 spots, goes against Terrion Arnold at 24. This is their CB1 of the future. And this is their guy.
He has that confidence, man. I was looking at different interviews of his. You talk about confidence. It's something that he stands on. And I believe that that's what's absolutely fueling his game, fueling his drive, fueling the way that he works, and just wanting to overall be a winner, be a leader. He's already talking big and bad right now. He's already showing it in one of the best programs in college football history. And I do believe coming to the Detroit Lions, this wasn't a player that they just said, you know what, this will be our best player available when we pick at 29. This was somebody that Brad Holmes and co, they made a point to say, we have to make sure that we get Terrion Arnold, even if that means being able to take advantage of some of the privilege they gave themselves. We talked about this. The Detroit Lions put themselves in a position to say, you know what, if we want to trade up, we will. We have no problem with parting with some of this draft capital because I've already shown out. I've already been cooking in free agency. So now we can go out there and say, you know what, we think that's the player right there to kind of push us just that much closer to a Super Bowl, towards being able to punch our ticket during the Super Bowl window. And it's cool. That was one of the first things he said. I'm a star. I'm home, looking out at the Detroit crowd.
You grabbed that mic.
On one, bro. It just took to my head. This
You guys
is my
wanna
first
hear from
interception, bro.
I would love to.
That, man, let's do that.
Hey, I'm home, man.
I'm home.
Let's go.
Look at that drip.
Hey, these fans gonna be crazy, man. Golly.
The Lions have announced themselves as Super Bowl contenders. What are you going to help this franchise get there?
You already said it. I'm gonna help them win a Super Bowl. Listen to that.
Look at that smile.
Hold on.
Look at that city.
Man.
Bro, that city looks amazing.
Look at
stuff
that.
of dreams.
There's one Friday. Woo!
One pride, baby.
Can you imagine
It's
if
amazing, man.
And he's happy
We're gonna go crazy.
because Quinyon Mitchell didn't look like that. Quinyon Mitchell didn't look like
He
that.
did
Terrion Arnold, though, he's like, bro, I'm in Detroit with these crazy fans. Well done, people. Give yourselves. I wish we could give them some likes.
I
Goodness.
do. Hit the like button for us, for you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like, just to be able to see how happy he is. We talked about how much they've changed things here in Detroit already in just 3 short years, that you got the top prospects coming out of college all trying to speak the Lions language, all trying to find some way to say, hey, you know what? From Mikey Sainristil to Chris Jenkins to Darius Robinson, all of them have been going out there and saying all the different keywords or just straight up saying, yeah, I like the Lions. Jer'Shon Newton, this is a time to be alive, man.
Yes.
Terrion Arnold.
Yes, we're gonna break him down and break the fit down, and we're gonna talk about the trade. I see there's so many comments in the chat. I appreciate you all. Keep hitting those likes, those emojis, everything. We're gonna get more into it right now. It's just we're celebrating. This is just excitement. I want to see what you guys say in the chat. KG, I want your reaction. Like I didn't get your guys' live reaction at the Woodward Sports 313 draft party. Like, what was it like when you found out the Lions moved up?
Well, it was elating because I was so excited that they actually did what I thought they would do, but it was no surprise. I figured that they would make a move like this. They're at a point where you don't just need bodies. You need specific talent to come in here and push this team over the top. And they executed, man. Brad does it again. Just big shout out to the Lions, man. Being a fan of this team for the last like 25 years of my life, I've never been more prouder than I am like this past couple years, man. Like I'm so excited for what Terrion can bring to this team. And you know I want to get my shit off. I'm trying to be humble. Keep it
together,
here,
KG.
I told y'all, man. I told y'all. We could go back as far as Woodward Nights, man. We could go back as far as the heavyweights, man. When I was filling in, I told y'all I was the first person telling y'all that he was better than the person he was playing with. And that's no offense to Kool-Aid McKinstry, but it's just the facts, man. These are the facts. I'm glad they went and got their guy at a much-needed position. Go Lions, baby.
And JB, trade up for an Alabama player. That's what you were asking for, kind of, right?
Kind of. Not the Alabama player I wanted, but hey, I'm still cool with the Alabama player that we got. There's no offense to him at all. It was an amazing pick, a great pick. And as you said, once that news hit that the Lions were trading up, it was pure pandemonium in the 313 party. Everyone just kind of lost their shit. They were just like, Lions trading up. Oh my God, this is it. And Dallas was right there picking. I was telling KG, like, if somehow, some reason, I got a strange feeling that Terrion Arnold is going to go to Dallas. So Detroit needs to do something. Yeah. And hey, look, they jumped up there. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, they knew the guy that they wanted. It was Terrion Arnold since day one. And hey, they got the deal done. What more can you say?
What more can you say? Nothing, man. Just Terrion, my wayward son.
Damn right.
Like, there were so many bits that you can use, too, with Terrion's name and Arnold and Hey Arnold and this Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's just, this era in Detroit, this next step that this team just took. Like, I see yesterday as a transformational day for the city and the team. Like, I'm excited. Let's get to break here early so we can get back and just get right back into this. I know we got callers. We got a lot to talk about. I'm so excited. I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
I'm pumped up, man. Let's rock.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I don't know why. I should go get a workout if I can stay awake later today. I should go get a workout at Planet Fitness.
We all on fuel.
We are. We're in the Planet Fitness studios right here. You can go to Planet Fitness because it's the home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. Although I would judge the GM of the Falcons, at Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for $10 a month. No commitment. Check them out soon. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
And with the first pick in the 2024 media draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today? Let's have a look, man. I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake. Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
So what happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand, you offer more products to more people, and that's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. Go check them out on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile, or go check them out in Dearborn, where they have their flagship dealership. You can check them out at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet together. Let's drive.
Let's
Detroit,
drive.
man. I'm happy to be a Lion. And all I want to say is we're going to get to work. We're going to go get that Super Bowl. I mean, the city, the fans, it's amazing. The culture, it's a great atmosphere. When I walked out there on the stage, I could just feel it. I could feel the energy. So I'm ready to play in the stadium. And just want to let y'all know, man. Like I always say, y'all got to start, man. Fan favorite for sure. One pride.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
Man.
Terrion Arnold, man. Y'all got a star. We winning the Super Bowl. You know what, man? He's speaking Brad Holmes' language right now. What up, though, people? Welcome back to Waco Woodward. We appreciate you guys for kicking off day 2 of the NFL draft with your Waco Woodward family. What's good, brother?
Oh, everything.
Just in the groove
I'm just
right
vibing
now.
to this little beat right now.
Vibing,
Just nice,
feeling
calm,
it right
nice. Like you're easing us into the rest of the show.
Just like the Lions,
Hey.
baby.
Exactly.
Easy,
Let's
smooth.
rock.
JB Smooth. No, I what I love most about really the last like 24 hours of Terrion Arnold, I've almost like seen him come out of his shell a little bit. Like all of his and everything I liked about him before when we got to know him a little bit at Alabama, at the Alabama Pro Day, he was almost like the perfect kid, like the perfect answers, a perfect smile. Like he's friends with Nick Saban's wife and daughter, and he's just like so perfect. But he came out with some swagger and some confidence, and I'm a star. Like I'm a lockdown. I'm gonna be that guy. Like I like that. This is almost. I don't want to bring. It's probably not worth bringing up his name, but like this is this kind of C.J. Gardner-Johnson intensity or aggressiveness we want, but you know the Terrion Arnold character, like a mix. I'm not gonna throw C.J. Gardner-Johnson under the bus, but like we're seeing the best of both worlds now. And when it came to him at 24, it was the best player available, mixed with a need. It was a perfect combination for the Lions at that point. And Brad Holmes has set him up perfectly to be able to go make a move, both with a complete roster construction and just the assets he had waiting on draft day, seeing how things play out. All right, this is our board now. I'm going to go get my guy.
Yep. And, you know, it's awesome to see that he's not afraid to say, you know what, let me give up some draft capital to go up there and get my guy. I love the confidence that Brad Holmes is directing this ship right now. You couldn't ask for anything better. Like, I keep scanning so many different scenarios, and it's like we wound up with Brad, we wound up with Dan, and Sheila is just doing the thing right now. The city looks beautiful. The Detroit Lions' future looks amazing. And if you can continue to go in this draft year after year after year and get players like that you believe are going to be like pillars, you know, basically the cornerstones of your franchise.
Pun intended.
Forward. Yeah. Listen, man.
I can't wait to hear.
Brad Holmes. When you have this type of ability in the draft as well as what he's doing in free agency, this Super Bowl window might go beyond 2 to 3 years if they continue this pace, man.
Oh, well, they signed Pinedo a 4-year contract extension after next year. So however long that contract is when I think the Super Bowl window is. Mm-hmm. But we got a couple callers on the line. I think we just get right into it. Who we got, KG?
Family.
The homie Eduardo O'Neal been waiting the longest. Eduardo, you on Wake Up Woodward? What's up, bro?
Eduardo, are you there? Can you hear me?
Going once. Eduardo going twice. All right, hold the line. We're going to try and come back to you. We got Devin from Inkster. Let's see if this works. Devin, you on Wake Up Woodward?
I hear some crinkle fries.
Yeah, already.
No, I think there's a good sign. Devin, can you hear us? Shoot. We'll try to get this fixed. It's probably on us. Yeah. We'll get it worked out. But let's chat about Terrion Arnold in the meantime. I hope maybe for this segment, KG, you can see if we can work that. This will be a great day for some calls.
Yeah, no,
definitely.
I know it's not your fault or anything, but it would be awesome to hear the people. But I think let's start off. Do you think it was too much to give up? Giving up a third rounder. So the trade was they moved up from 29 to 24 with the Dallas Cowboys, giving up the 29th pick and the 73rd pick in this year's draft. Brad Holmes got 24. Brad Holmes and the Lions got 24, and next year's 7th round pick from the Cowboys. So Do you think it's too much?
I don't think it is. When you have identified your player, Brad and Dan both said it pre-draft that they're going to go and do what they have to do to get that player, whether that is trading up, trading back, or staying put. At this point in time, it's not even a bias to trust in Brad Holmes. It's the track record and the resume that he continues to bring to the table. And to know, like, I trust you guys as football minds, especially KG, Broder, when Sam is here, JB, and Terrion Arnold continued to be this player that as we went through this draft coverage and we got into our final week, that was the player that everyone said, you know what? He has the IQ, he has the smarts, he has the confidence, he has the ability, and he still has a very high ceiling. And he was the guy that got targets. You talk about the difference between him and Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid based on repetition, based on skills. They said, hey, listen, there's not going to be as many targets his way. Let's go over to Terrion Arnold's side. He got that work, and he proved himself. Brad Holmes went out there and got his guy. I don't believe at all that it's too much when you're that confident in the player that you're getting.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think we needed a cornerback first round, but I also didn't think Terrion Arnold would be there. Like, that was the one guy that I was cool with them moving up for, and they only moved up 5 picks. And I know third round, and I think KG will back me up on this. At this point in the Lions' build, not even a rebuild, at this point in their roster construction, a third-round pick's expendable. The only problem is that now there's a gap between 61 and 164, and that's pretty steep. So I'm thinking maybe they move back from 61. Try to get like 2 picks in the 80s and 90s or the 100s, 110s.
That's exactly what I expect.
Yeah.
I expect Brad Holmes to still be making moves, still kind of be pseudo-aggressive and going to get the players that he wants. So I wouldn't worry so much about the third-round pick. I feel like he'll be able to make up that capital at some point in the draft.
And how about this? Remember the trade with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for Carlton Davis?
Yep.
Third rounder.
Yep.
Third rounder to move up and get Terrion Arnold. So you just got your starting quarterbacks for a pair of third rounders. Like, to me, that just sounds better.
It does.
Like, it's like, I'll take that, 2 starting cornerbacks.
Yep.
And let's talk about this depth chart right now. Compared to what it was in that San Francisco game.
You are reading my mind.
We got Cam Sutton. We got Kendall Vildor. We got this whole plethora. We got a rotating group of cornerbacks. Now, look what we got. Carlton Davis, Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, Brian Branch.
It's like no slight to him. I actually like Jerry Jacobs, but we were hoping like, well, at that point in time, is Jerry Jacobs going to get activated for a game? Because that's what the depth or lack thereof was within this secondary. I'm looking at it right now. Bro, there's a lot of mean trait, bad guys on that defensive secondary that all talk big, and they've all shown flashes that they could be probably, I don't know, like, what do you think is the best secondary for the Detroit Lions? Like the last really good one?
Shit, Darius Slay.
Quandre. Yeah. Like, it's been a long time, but you look at the makeup of these guys on this squad right now, I really like what the Lions secondary is cooking with right now.
You think about like what they've done to that defensive line too, and I know a lot of people like Eduardo who's calling in. I think he's probably happy with this pick, but he really wanted an edge rusher. So Chef Talks Lions wanted Jared Verse or Dallas Turner a lot too.
Me too.
Yeah. JBSMOOOOOV in the TD booth. They wanted them, but the fact that they already made those moves on the defensive line, and now you build this secondary behind them, it's far and away such a drastic difference from how that team ended up last year. Like this secondary, I wouldn't. I mean, it's got potential to be a strength of the team. Like, and these guys, like, what do you think Carlton Davis and Amik Robertson were thinking when they made that pick? Most teams, the cornerbacks, the starters or the projected starters, would probably be, I just signed here. Like, what's going on? Like, channeling some Kirk Cousins in their immediate response. But
they were fired up.
They were fired up. Like
fired up.
First off, you don't have to worry about those two competing. You don't have to worry about the secondary competing with each other. Like Kelvin Shepard talked about it on 20 Men in the Huddle the other night, talking about how the competition on this defense, it's just guys not wanting to be better than the other person for selfish reasons, but the better they are, the better they push their teammate, and that room just keeps getting better and better
They're not
and better.
leaving any room for slack, and that's what I like. The Detroit Lions, when we talk about Brad Holmes guys, you look at Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's one of those. He goes out there and he leads by example. He leads on the practice field. He leads in the workout room. He leads in the weight room. He's leading everywhere he goes by example. Now I get that feel is really starting to be one of the main kind of personality traits of this Lions defensive secondary. three, supposedly. These are players that they're looking at being able to be starter worthy. At 3 cornerbacks, man, in Amik Robertson and Carlton Davis, and now Terrion Arnold. The competition between those 3 is one that I think is going to make all of them better. Not having somebody feeling like, I'm missing out.
Yeah.
This is about the Super Bowl. This is about being a true team. That type of personality trait where you got everybody pulling for each other, everybody pushing for each other, everybody supporting, but everybody trying to make sure they do their best to pull their own weight. This Detroit Lions team is going to be special this year.
And it actually does help them out. Like, when you have better, especially cornerbacks, especially guys in the secondary, the better they are, the easier it is for the guys on the opposite side, and vice versa. And you brought up Amon-Ra St. Brown. I want to show you. We have a lot of clips from yesterday, but I only got one. I only clipped the question that I asked Terrion Arnold, and it was about Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, what does that mean to him and his future draft teammates moving forward? And then there's a question just after it from another reporter asking about Brian Branch. JB, if you could play this video, I want to get your guys' reactions.
Hey, Terry, this front office just rewarded 2 of their first draft picks, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell, as the highest paid players at their positions. What's that mean to you and your the future Lions draft picks tomorrow and Saturday going into a team like that?
It just shows when you get drafted here, it's just not one of those things where you just get picked. You could be here, you could develop a long-lasting relationship, and they're here to keep their players and make their players happy. So them doing that, that's just rewards the program, but also a testament to the hard work that the players have put in.
Hey, Terry, I know the Lions have been drafting some Alabama players. Did that create more enthusiasm for you that, hey, I want to join some of these Alabama players knowing that Nick's playing for Nick Saban's great now, they could have a run with the new coach?
I would have to use that as a testament to Brian Branch. Just me being there every day at Alabama and just watching him and the way he developed versus when he came here, and everybody was like, wow, like, we got us a great player. He's always been like that. So with him being able to come in here, play fearless, play with that chip off his shoulder and that type of swagger, it just shows the DNA and the development of the Lions system. They allow you to play free. They bring you in here to do what you're supposed to do.
Look at that man. Terrion responded like we all have thought. Like, this is why you pay Amon-Ra St. Brown, and this is why you pay Penei Sewell. Not just what they do on the field, but the message this sends to that entire locker room and to the future draft picks. And he talks about playing again with Brian Branch. Come on. And the last point, because I know we got to get to break. When we talk about the secondary, we just named all these pieces, plus Kirby Joseph, Ife Melifonwu. There's a guy coming back who is arguably the number 1 on this team, still in Emmanuel Mosley, who has potential to come back midway through the year, even if he just comes back for the playoffs or if he's just 100% for the playoffs. Then we're talking about I could safely say without putting too much thought into it on no sleep, it's a top 10 secondary when Emmanuel Mosley is back and healthy. Like, that's the potential. A top 10. Wild. Arguably higher, but I'm not going to go that far this early in the morning.
Brad has continued to go year after year after year and just fix up different position group after different position group after different one, to the point now that any pick he makes for the offensive line is going to be elite. And I believe with what he's doing with the secondary in about a year or two, we'll be saying cornerback is a luxury now, because look at how stocked they are. I like what they're doing.
And the contracts, the 2-year contracts from Davis and Amik Robertson, like, it's all Brad's playing chess.
Flexibility, man.
He's playing chess.
Flexibility.
Look at that awesome, by the way, trading card graphic that Noah and Ryan and our social team cooked up. You guys were dropping those on every single pick. That was awesome. But no, this team is on the rise. This team, the bar just keeps raising higher and higher and higher. So why don't you go to Dispo? You can visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals too good to miss. Like Terrion Arnold, he's too good. You can't let him go to 25. He might get scooped up. He might, but you took him at 24. When you go to Dispo, you get to meet a team that creates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. They got the freshest inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. So come through their stores or order on dispo-.com today. Again, order on Dispo-today at disposhops.com. That's Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
I know where else Dispo is going to be, as well as a couple other sponsors like Soroki's, like Glorious, like Figer Law.
Figer!
Join Woodward Sports as we broadcast live. We already did yesterday's show. If you missed it, it was a movie with the city as our backdrop. I'm telling you guys, get by the 313 draft party. We are going to be there today from Friday, 6:30 p.m. to midnight. That's when the live coverage starts. We're out there on Woodward Avenue, so you guys already know it's epic. And it's brought to you by, again, Figer Law, Glorious Cannabis, Soroki's Crispy Chicken, and Chill Medicated. Get down there.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
When it comes to chicken sandwiches, guys, I have the sleeper, one that fell to the second round for just because of the Atlanta Falcons. The sleeper is the Shake Shack Chicken Shack sandwich. Ooh. You can try this sandwich for free with the $10 purchase, so get some crispy crinkle fries, get a milkshake, and your Chicken Shack sandwich will be free. Just use the code Woodward in person, online, or download the Shake Shack app today. Promotions are available in all 7 Michigan Metro Detroit locations. But wait, it ends May 1st, so go get it today. Yup. Hey.
Let it cook. Hey.
What up, though?
Hey.
I was waiting for Sheila to do this last night. I know. They were in Allen Park.
Break it down. Let's go, Black. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go. What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to start off this sunny day 2 of the NFL draft with your Wake Up Woodward crew. What up, though, Woo crew?
Dude, boots on the ground yesterday. You were getting interviews all over the city. Nick, the tailgate wins. Detroit Mario.
The tailgate always wins.
The tailgate always wins. I don't know if you're in the chat, Nick, but the tailgate always wins. KG was out there. Ryan, Griffin, Noah.
Brady.
Yeah.
Joey, Stick, Mass, Neil, everybody, man.
There were people coming up to me like, Woodward Sports, we're coming. Like we're on the rise as well. Like there were people. It was just everyone is in a good mood, and I actually want your guys' opinion on this. I thought like the city of Detroit yesterday, everyone was so like it was the most diverse I've ever seen Detroit. And everyone was having a good time. Everyone was there. Like I think this is partly due to Brad Holmes and his construction of this team. Like there wasn't any like real need. Like we could literally just sit back. Chill, medicated, relax, and let the board fall to us.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think that combined with like optimism for the future, optimism for a Super Bowl run, like I was in the building next to the draft, but it didn't seem like there was any fights, anything, any people get like seriously injured. No, and we're talking about more than a quarter of a million people. Like, do you agree? I want to be restricted. Like, it just seemed like every different race, age, nationality, identity, gender, whatever. Everyone was just together having a good time.
I'm telling you, bro, definitely. Yesterday the city was a movie. It was a movie. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't gotten down there, get down there. Our 313 draft party, it was so lit. But just walking around with the crew, shout out to KG.
Appreciate it.
Who else was out there with us? Griff. Wow. Man, it was Sam Flannel. Sam was out there with the cutoff flannel, but he had the jacket on. It was epic, man. People everywhere were just enjoying the city. Like you said, there was no angst. There was no anything.
None.
There were just people who were excited that Detroit had the spotlight, and they made sure to put on. I'm proud of Detroit. I'm proud of the city. And it looked good. I know that, look, bro, there'll be some jokes because it's like some new signs and some stuff that's been kind of put up all around the city. Oh, 10 minutes to this way, 15 minutes to that way. And we joke about the fact that, you know what, Sunday, that stuff's going to be taken down. But I'm telling you, there are some materialistic changes they made to the city and the people as well, the vibe downtown, that absolutely, I want to be back. Like, I can't wait to get back today. I can't.
Yeah. It's going to be an even nicer day out.
Yep.
Let's see if we got these phone lines working out. Is that Pete on the line?
It is. Pay-per-view Pete. Let's see.
Pay-per-view
If
Pete.
these don't work, you want to wake up Woodward, man.
Can you hear us, Pete? I heard a click.
I did hear him. Pete.
Come on, Pete.
Is anybody alive out there?
Man.
I don't know why they can't hear us.
Pete,
all
where you at, man?
good. Maybe keep
But
trying.
you know what? Terrell from FL in the chat,
What?
he said, Kool-Aid, the Super Bowl window is open as long as Brad is the GM.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Let's. I know the phone lines are dead, so I'm just gonna hop in this chat and basically you're gonna direct the show. But I do think we have. Oh
no, I was gonna say I do have a question. I
Pose
forgot.
it.
I gotta pose this question to you
Pose
guys.
it.
We still have to see how the rest of this draft falls. But seeing that there were people like Turner and Verse on the board that the Detroit Lions could have, that fell a little bit down the board that the Detroit Lions could have gone out to get. And there's still some people, some edges out there available. Do you think that the selection of Terrion Arnold and what they did in the free agency, that Brad Holmes is actually a lot more optimistic and confident about this defensive line than we are?
Yeah, I think so. In a combination of Terrion Arnold being so high up on their draft board, like even Brad Holmes said himself, and I just saw some short clips of his press conference yesterday, like the gap between Terrion Arnold and the next player on their list, any position was significant. Like he was their number one cornerback on their board, and when they got him at 24, it's just a bonus that defensive line is that good. Now the secondary is good, which is going to help the defensive line. It all works into. Oh wait, Jack Campbell is going to be able to just run free now and go get any running back in the league, which includes Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, and Aaron Jones.
That's a great point. We talked about this linebacking core and how we would not mind seeing them upgrade a little bit or add some depth to that room, especially with people like Derek Barnes and those in the future that might, Alexander Zaloni, who the Lions in the future are going to have to make some decisions about. But that linebacker room, I believe that they have gotten upgraded this offseason just by the work that Brad Holmes did in free agency amongst the defensive line. You talking about DJ Reader. You talking about bringing in Davenport and you adding that to hopefully a healthy James Houston, Liam McNeil in a contract year bump, and Aiden Hutchinson, who's looking to make sure next year those pressures turn more into sacks. And then you overhaul the complete secondary. The linebackers have to be like, wow, the skill in front of us, the skill behind us just improved so much. Now these linebackers can kind of just play a little bit more schematically and a little less having to make up for the fact that the third string cornerback is going to be back there. They might make a wrong decision, a wrong look, a wrong break on the ball. I believe that our linebackers just got put in a beautiful position based on what Brad's done in the offseason, during free agency, as well as through the draft.
You're spitting facts, and JB, I want to hear what your opinion is on that defensive line because you were one who wanted to jump up and get Dallas Turner. But Nick Heitchen said in the chat, Glenn has been trying to scheme to make up for poor secondary. Now we have a secondary. It's going to be crazy. Urban Nash is calling for Braylon Trice, an edge rusher, in the second round. I think it would be at the 61st pick. Dad with Tourette's reminds us that because of this drop and because of the run on tackles, I shouldn't have said drop, the run on tackles, the run on quarterbacks, the run on offensive skilled players, we still got JPJ, Frazier, Zach Zinter, Cooper Beebe. Like there are still positions that they want to reinforce that are going to be there, whether it's at 61 or if they trade back and try to get maybe 2 picks for the price of 1 in the mid rounds. But JB, I know you wanted Dallas Turner. like how does this make up for it in your mind? Or you want an edge maybe this next round?
I definitely think we need to look at edge this next round, but the pick does make up for it. As you said, if Glenn has been trying to, do things to cover up the faults in this defense, this is definitely helping that out a ton right here and right now. But definitely this next round, you need to focus probably on edge 100%. But I'm not mad at the pick. I'm really not mad at the pick. You can't be upset at this pick either. This guy seems so excited and happy to be here and just so appreciative of this team right now. Like, he grabbed the mic from the reporter and basically like, hey, Detroit, I'm home. This is my home right now. He's trying to bring this team a Super Bowl, and you got to be proud of it, man.
Got to. Steve DeYoung in the chat says, Broder holding out for D-line tonight since we'll only have 1 pick today without any trades. yeah, I think a lot of people are thinking trenches now. Like, we got our cornerback. Now let's go trenches. And I want to lead into this next segment in just a few minutes. I want to talk about the draft as a whole, because we're going to revisit Terrion Arnold at 9 o'clock. I want to talk about this draft as a whole. We're going to give out thank you notes next segment. But leading into that, let's talk about this NFC North for a second, because I think this pick, I don't want to say the Bears forced their hand, because Terrion Arnold was going to be the pick if they could get him anyway. Yeah. But when you talk about the young quarterbacks that just came into this division, Caleb Young, J.J. McCarthy, Jordan Love. And when you talk about the skilled position players, the Bears got 3 studs now after getting Adunze. So they got Adunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore. The Packers have a pretty solid wide receiver corps. Got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison in Minnesota. They're TJ Hawkinson. They're our weapons. So I think this is a great move to start to neutralize that, or to provide some reinforcements just to answer that. Like, Jared Goff is now kind of the outlier type of quarterback. The other ones are young and they're elusive and they have these cannons. Jared Goff's a little different, but that's why they're investing now into this defense and that secondary and that defensive line. I think it's a perfect answer.
Man, when you look at what the NFC North has done, you look and you say, you know what? There's some good picks there. This North is going to be a lot more tough than I believe a lot of people thought initially. It's going to be a good division. And you know what? Last season, we thought, you know what? This is the Lions' division to lose, which it was. But the NFC North was still a little bit better than I believe a lot of us started the season off giving them credit for. They were just, a Lions win away for the Vikings from being able to be the 3rd team from the NFC North in the playoffs last year. The Vikings, who was running out there with who? Nick Mullins at quarterback, playing 500 with Justin Jefferson every single game. They were just right there on the outside looking at these NFL playoffs. When you're talking about this next season, you got Jordan Love, you got Caleb Williams, you got the all of the different targets for Caleb Williams with the Chicago Bears. I don't think it's just about kind of right now. I think it's also about knowing that maybe Jordan Love is going to be a player for some time.
Yeah.
You want to start to make sure that secondary is sure, that it's young, that it's talented, that it has high potential, not just for what you're trying to accomplish right now, but Brad Holmes and Dan continue to say it. This thing is about longevity. They're about building the foundation right and then building everything else on top of that. And we've heard that with some of our other teams here in the city. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, they actually have the blueprint. That's what needs to be followed because they're doing a very good job.
Yes. And KJ, I'm coming to you next, but Dante151 put a super chat in earlier, $4.99. Thank you, Dante151. You are the man. But he said, want to hear a joke? Packers fans picking an offensive lineman no one heard of when Graham Barton was still on the board and they were on the clock. So real quick, I actually think the Jordan Morgan pick it's not sexy, but I think it's one of the smarter picks in the first round for the NFC North, for the other NFC North teams. But you're right. It's not the scariest pick.
I didn't even know who the hell that guy was.
He's a kind of a stud out of Arizona, and he's worked with some really strong offensive line coaches. And I think he had a torn ACL, which made him stay another year and maybe had him drop a little bit. But he's a stud, and like you said, they're protecting Jordan Love. Yeah. Did anything else stand out for you, KG, in the NFC North? Whether it's the Packers, the Vikings getting 2 picks, or the Bears?
Yeah, like the North definitely improved. The Packers, like you said, they got to protect their investment in Jordan Love. We knew what the Bears was going to do. That was kind of predictable, but they also improved as well. But the Minnesota Vikings are a very interesting case. They went and got J.J. McCarthy. They added all that talent through free agency on defense. So I have absolutely no idea what to expect from the Vikings. I do still think they're the last team in terms of in the North rankings. They're probably still at the bottom, but I mean, anything can happen if JJ comes in and takes off, because he does have a solid situation he's coming into. You do have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison.
And he can chill for a year.
Exactly. But I don't even know if they'll do that. I think he's a first-year starter, and they can do it because he's insulated a little bit. They got a good running back, Aaron Jones. So, I mean, I don't know, man, but
they have a solid offensive line already. A solid. Not great, but solid. Good tackles.
The North definitely improved, but the Lions are still on top to me.
Yes. I will say, and maybe it comes up later in the show, but what they gave up to move up, their second pick, they just like mortgaged their whole year, their whole draft next year.
Future,
Strange. Crazy. But JB, before we get to break, you said you got a video cooked up?
Oh, yeah, I got a video for you guys. Check this out.
25th pick in the 2024
He didn't need to add that. Whatever.
Come on, dude.
Look at the Lions fan. Right?
Is that Darius Robinson? He hadn't been picked yet.
Oh, he's sick.
He's upset.
Dude, that is epic.
He's mad.
He's forever.
Oh, you mad. You big mad.
Bro, that is so good.
You big man.
Bro, you giving us a little bit of what's trending a little early. I love it.
Oh, my God.
That
I
is
love
so
it.
good.
Hey, JB, that remind me of when The Undertaker lost at WrestleMania. My man's the black guy.
Oh,
in the
the
front
face,
row.
yeah.
Oh, my God, man.
My man was big mad.
Yeah.
Big mad. The
boy, that's
chat's going
hilarious.
nuts.
That's hilarious.
Terry
man.
said, love this. So far, gotta love this video. LMAO. Vikings very, very sneaky, Greg Allspaw. Man. We got more to talk about. NFC North breakdown. We're giving some thank you notes. We're writing our thank yous to the GMs that allowed us to celebrate in Detroit yesterday. A little more than we would have.
And one GM is going home with a gift basket.
Oh yes, he's getting jetered. Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. Verb.
Go Blue Legend, right?
Oh yeah.
Never
He was on
played there,
campus
but
for 2.5 weeks.
yeah.
Kalamazoo Central High School.
Hey, let's rock,
Mr.
man.
Baseball.
But hey, listen, people, we appreciate you guys for supporting the Wake Up Woodward Show Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Kick off your day with the Woo crew. Shout out to the booth, man. KG, JB, Mr. Matthew Boder, it's your boy Kool-Aid.
Let's get to 1,000.
And Mr. Flannel Sam. We are your Woo crew. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and share the stream wherever you can share the stream. But once you're done with us, you can tap into Big D Energy from 11 to 1. Listen.
Tell me.
4-time Stanley Cup champion and defender of Detroit, Mr. Darren McCarty, co-host with Mr. Neil Rule, the golden voice of Detroit. And you can catch KG and Spimo Racks in the booth. After that, it's Armani and Edwards from 2 to 4. Braylon Edwards, University of Michigan legend, and former NFL wide receiver Braylon Edwards.
He'll be announcing the third pick for the Jets.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Braylon, man. So we got somebody out on the stage then.
Yeah.
Shout out to Braylon and Ryan Romani. Hey, local Detroit media king right now, and Tom Mazaway, the lovable Tom Mazaway, the radio legend. And after that, you can end your day with the Woodward heavyweights from 5 to 7. Spimo Racks. Speak easy, baby. I'm telling you, they give you some of the best breakdowns. Some of the best breakdowns.
That's for the heavyweights
and cheeks, man. Hey, some of the best breakdowns, some of the best interviews, and you guys already know they're giving you all the last. This is Woodward Sports. Thank you guys for making us your #1 digital sports outlet.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today? Let's have a look, man. I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake.
Hey.
Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is about to have their eyes on Detroit, so we figure we show them how Detroit parties. Join us at the 313 Draft Party, presented by Flagger Law on Woodward and Adams in Detroit, April 25th and 26th. That's right, we're taking over the city with a live broadcast from the 313 Draft Party, sponsored by Jars, Lost Farm, and Gold Crown, covering the NFL Draft like only Woodward Sports can. Join the entire Woodward family when the first round begins at 8 p.m. This party is 21 plus, free to the public, and opens at 2 p.m. on Thursday. Come watch the live broadcast for rounds 1, 2, and 3 at the best draft party in the D. Ain't no party like a Detroit party, especially when you party with Woodward Sports. Thank you to our sponsors, Sorokas, Glorious, and Figer Law. All we do is win.
Hey, you guys, the new glorious ice water bubble hash pre-roll now has diamonds in it, everybody. Look, they are constantly pushing to create the best cannabis experience just for you. The perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flowers with only the highest terps, making the best even better. Glorious Cannabis. Check them out at your local retailer or always go to gloriouscannabis.com.
What up, though, people? We are in the city. It's so electric. Hey, can you guys tell the people your name, where you from, and tell them how epic it is downtown right now?
My name Brad Bradley, man. I'm from the west side, Detroit, 8 Mile to be exact, 8 Mile in Wyoming, man. Detroit, you see what's going on, man. It's an amazing place, bro. Come get down with us.
Let's rock.
You feel me?
Hey, say something to the people real quick.
Hey, it's your boy Twofold, Elijah Collins, straight out of Detroit, Michigan. Also from 8 Mile, you know, representing, man. Yeah. Detroit, we putting on for y'all, man. Yeah. You see the draft, it's going crazy, I ain't gonna lie. A national event in a national city, you know what I'm saying? They know where Detroit at, they know where we at. Come on, man, for real.
Let's go. Hey, they said all that needs to be said. It's on. Show out, Detroit. Show out, Detroit. People, welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. It's a national event in a national city. Detroit's on the big stage, and they are showing out. It was cool to see Detroiters happy about being in Detroit.
Show enough.
It was epic, man. It was epic.
Show enough exclusive.
Oh, welcome back to the Wake Up Woodward Show, y'all. Smash that like button, people. Subscribe. We appreciate you choosing to kick off your morning with the crew. Obviously, the big news is Terrion, Arnold. And the draft kicked off, though, with Brad Holmes just saying, you know what? All of this whole draft cycle is going to be ours with the Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown deals. What a few days for the Detroit Lions, Mr. Matthew.
He stole the headlines. He stole the NFC North for the next several years, although it's going to be tougher. Like Brad Holmes, we've been talking about him being a chef in the kitchen, cooking all offseason. He just cooked again. Like this man is a caterer. He gives the Detroit people what they want. I'm not used to this. I since I've been an adult, I haven't seen a GM operate like this in any of the major sports. And now we got Brad Holmes, Steve Yzerman. I'm a big fan of Scott Harrison, Jeff Greenberg. And then to be determined what's going on with the Pistons. But, man, it's
Come on, man.
I could not name them.
Come on, man.
Bro, DCFC is 6-0, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. Maybe 7, actually. They're undefeated. But, man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be a Lions fan. The people. Again, it was like all ages, all races, real sweet faces, every different nation. Down in Detroit yesterday. Yeah. That was Will Smith, Miami. Let's take some phone calls. Let's see if this will work one last time.
Look at that, boy. Day one NFL draft attendance record over 275,000 of y'all.
I mean, look at that.
That is crazy.
Look at that. Actually, that reminded me, like how they kicked off the draft with Eminem coming out, have his little thing with Roger Goodell, and then Amon-Ra, Jared Goff, Aiden Hutchinson, Kelvin, Barry, they come out and just absolutely turn the volume up. Absolutely. They go amp on level 11. When Amon-Ra, who just got paid, by the way, and although he was the highest paid receiver for about 18 hours in the NFL, also another reason Brad Holmes is a freaking genius, getting paid before A.J. Brown. To see him, after getting paid, go out to that podium in front of 285,000 people and call out Jared Goff. Start him chanting Jared Goff's name. Like, that is what this team's about. And he did it. You could see his face. He was as excited and happy to do that for Goff as anybody in this state.
And you know what? It's because of how this city absolutely has embodied the identity. This team has embodied the identity of the city. And Jerome Bettis talked about it as well when we got to speak to him at the event the other night, his 3C Foundation event in the Bus Stops Here Foundation. Benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan. He said what Dan Campbell has done here has been awesome. It's been impressive. He said they talk about being tough, gritty, and physical, and they are that. He said that they are in complete alignment with the city. Jerome Bettis, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, won a Super Bowl in his hometown.
Nicknamed the Bus.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Nicknamed the Bus. He loves giving back here. It was crazy because I thought he was going to start somewhere in our interview with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nope, it went right to his hometown, Detroit Lions. He's ecstatic with everything that Detroit Lions got going on right now.
Ecstatic. All right, KG, let's give this a try.
All right, we going to try Devin, man. He been on. I really want to get him on. Devin, you on Wake Up Woodward, bro.
Is this pure energy?
Yo.
Can you hear
us?
Yo.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Oh,
Yo.
Yes.
Banana bread at work today, dude.
I thought we had it.
All right.
Oh, man.
We're rocking the chat.
Hey, you can hear me.
Actually, KG, if he can hear you,
yeah,
have him give his 30-second comment, what he wants to say.
Both y'all.
You can hear us. All right, we got to shut this down. It's taking too much time.
All y'all.
All right, moving on. Sorry, we got to move on. We got to figure that out. Otherwise, we just got to move on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Notes.
Oh, you guys already understand. I think the Kumbaya one, who's actually going home with the gift basket.
You want to start it off?
Let's start this off. Hey, KG, let's get that back wall up
I got
there,
you.
man. The pick that just kind of made everybody go, what?
Yeah.
Atlanta taking Michael Penny Jr., quarterback
Mind
out of
blown.
Washington, man. Wow. Because we already talked about with the rise of these quarterbacks, with the rise of some of these offensive linemen, that this actually might shake out in the Detroit Lions' favor as it relates to if they wanted their pick of an edge or a cornerback, and it did work out in their favor.
Because of this.
This plays a huge role in it as well, man. What were the Falcons thinking?
Everything.
What are they doing?
Everything. Not only taking him at 8, force the hand, Minnesota just to move up one spot to ensure they get JJ, that Denver doesn't jump them. But then it forces Denver to actually take Bo Nix, because when 4 quarterbacks are off the board, you got to go get your guy because you don't know what other team is going to scoop him up at the end of the first round or later on. So if Bo Nix is your guy, you can't wait around. And that forced that 6 quarterbacks going in the top 12. That set everything back. Then it was offensive tackles. But on this topic of the Atlanta Falcons, what are they doing? Well, what was it, a month ago? A couple weeks ago? They just paid Kirk Cousins a 4-year, $180 million contract. Not a 2-year deal, not a 1-year deal. Then they go and get Penix in the first round. And Kirk Cousins, his agent, Mike McCartney from Vayner Sports, apparently they were very, very surprised. The first they heard about it.
Wait. His agent's from Vanner?
Yeah. The GOAT.
Oh, okay.
The GOAT.
You talking about the place? Yeah, because you got some connects.
Vayner. See, they got info. But no, apparently it was a surprise to them. The first time hearing about even interest in Penix was when they were on the clock. I just don't even know the thought process. I don't get it at all.
I wanted to be able to ask somebody, but I don't think that there's anything sensible with this. I don't understand it unless you're truly trying to have some aspect of Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Penix sit for a few years and watch Kirk Cousins, how he is as a leader, how he controls the huddle, how he deals off.
Why are you doing that at 8? At 8, why are you getting a quarterback you're going to sit for 2 years? Who is already 24, he'll be 25.
It makes no sense. It's like if we try to make sense of it, that's like the only thing I can think of, because it does not make sense to me. What's good, JB?
No, I was just going to add that somewhere I seen there's a quote from Arthur Smith saying, hey, if you have another quarterback that you can sit there on your bench for another 3 to 4 years, that's not a bad thing, or that's not a bad problem. But it kind of is, because you just sat here and spent money on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
Maybe
go get him another weapon. Go get him
another
another
weapon. Do
something
else.
How about an edge rusher? There's a reason we all mock Dallas Turner to them 100% of the time, because that's their one glaring hole on that roster.
Maybe
they need some room for improvements in certain places, but that's their one biggest hole.
Maybe they're just concerned about Kirk Cousins' injury history, but that's the only conclusion I can draw.
So then you go Penix?
Yeah, it's
so then you go Penix?
Hey, look, that's
the most injury-prone player in the draft.
Exactly.
That's all I got.
Did we cut you off, JB?
Broder is besides himself.
I love it, because I think I heard a clip of Neil in the when this was all going down yesterday. He's like, Atlanta Falcons, another team we don't ever have to worry about. Those are the moves that make no sense to me.
Everybody at the 303 draft party was like, what?
Huh?
It was like the room was like, huh?
Yeah.
You can hear that across everybody that was there. Yeah. I have no idea what they were doing.
Rando Small says Penix is probably one of the more starter-ready quarterbacks in their draft. He is that veteran. JB, sorry.
You're good. I was just happy about it, but I do want to write a thank you note to Atlanta, and this is probably going to be a little insensitive, but thank you, Falcons, for drafting another black left-handed quarterback. I'm sure the dogs in Atlanta probably aren't that happy.
Just JB, don't do that.
Dirty birds.
Don't do that to my boy Vic.
Oh man.
Oh my
But
word.
the Lions decided to go defense.
We're more thank you notes to hand out. We're going to hand them out after the break.
Nah, most
In the
def.
chat, let us know, like, what are your most let us know who you think. Ahead of Detroit or just in the draft yesterday, any reason, who are you thinking around the NFL for what maybe happens here in Detroit?
Man, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be interesting to see if he goes all defense or all offense in this day 2 of the NFL draft.
It could be defense if you want an offense to stay out of the end zone, or maybe you want a guardian on the offensive line to protect Jared Goff.
You know what? Definitely. Guardian Alarm. They offer customized solutions from real experts. You saw that man, Broder, just threw the oop up. Kool-Aid throws it down. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. That is 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone with you as long as needed. It is technology backed by people. Your safety and security, it deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. Bad picks on day 2. 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan and the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation is proud to present the 3C Sports Conference. This is the last day. It's been running April 24th through today, and it's there to educate, to inspire, and to inform parents and coaches in the local communities. It's got impactful speakers like that Super Bowl champion Jerome Bettis, that Heisman Trophy winner Eddie George from that state down south, and Adam Schefter from Ann Arbor. Go Blue. For more information and tickets, scan the QR code on the screen and sign up today. 1 day left.
What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. I'm going to steal a line from Calvin Johnson. I'm just here to say, what up, though, Detroit? What up, though, people?
What up, though, is getting some national love. I love that they
everywhere.
introduced that.
Yeah. Detroit culture is taking over, man.
I'd like to think maybe Wake Up Woodward started that. Like when you got, like,
That was it.
I think I asked you guys in that room the other day when we had to move to the
Studio B.
Like, you say what up, though, every morning. I didn't realize there was like significance.
There's some significance.
I don't think
I
we
love
can
it.
take credit for that, but it's been a
No, I
Detroit
know.
staple for forever. But yeah, it was nice to see national acknowledgement of that.
And maybe like if I'm just being a silly white boy, let me know. I think it's a cool catchphrase. And that was probably the whitest thing I could say.
Yeah,
but I
silly
think
white
it's
boy.
dope. Like what up, doe is just like cool.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know?
It is. I love it, man. And I love the fact that people know when they get here how to identify with the Detroiters. They want to be able to speak the language. They want to be able to put on the buffs. You know, shout out to Asar Thompson. He didn't quite have buffs, but you know what? He went and got some type of shades and said, what up, though, Detroit? This is what we see from people coming from other areas, man. Never inundated with this culture. That means that Detroit culture has gone beyond the state of Michigan, and the tides have changed in terms of what people used to think, the trends. It's changing, man. It's changing.
It's changing. KG, I know there was outside of Brad Allen and the debacle in Dallas, there was something else you wanted to thank the Cowboys?
Yeah, I would like to thank the Cowboys for letting us get that pick to get Terrion Arnold. They traded pick 24 to us. And really, Jerry, you owed us for that shit. That stunt you pulled in Dallas last year with the you know the swiping and eligible and not eligible, that crap. And don't get me started on 2014, that playoff run. Please don't get me started on that. Jerry Jones, you owed us this. Thank you to the Dallas Cowboys for being the Dallas Cowboys. And good luck in the season, but we all know how that's gonna go.
So you giving Jerry Jones a gift basket too, then?
Yeah,
huh?
why not? Why not? He on the way out. Why not?
Minka Kelly was in Friday Night Lights down in Texas, down for the Panthers. No, I love that. They do owe us. That
they owed us, man.
They shouldn't have asked for a third, but I guess we'll let them have it. They're gonna make some
what they gonna do with
stupid pick
yeah,
anyway.
So what they gonna do with
what did they do in the first round? They picked later on, right?
Tyler Guyton, I think.
Yeah.
I like the concept going offensive line. That's semi-smart, but for them, I would have rather taken Jackson Powers Johnson or Zach Frazier,
man.
Or I guess that was they had Graham Barton earlier. He went 26 to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Yeah. That's why I moved up, that's why I had to trade the other day to get Graham Barton before the Bucks. Or maybe I just manipulated the Bucks trade behind Detroit so he could fall in the mock draft. But nonetheless, I'd like to thank the Jaguars. Like at 23, that might have been the last that last team that Brad Holmes was worried about taking a cornerback. I mocked Terrion Arnold and Quinyon Mitchell to them several times when they normally picked at 17. Or no, at 17 before Minnesota traded with them. They go and get Brian Thomas Jr., who I love as a player. I don't love with Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It seems like he's just another guy for them. And we could get into a whole segment on the Jacksonville Jaguars and what the hell they're doing. I heard an amazing comparison by Anson and Neil last night comparing him to Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions. That might be something we have to talk about more. But, man, thank you, Jacksonville Jaguars, for not taking Terrion Arnold. Letting us go up and get him at 24.
Hey, listen, Burn in the chat, shout out for the super chat. He gave his thank you to the Green Bay Packers for sitting on their hands and letting the Lions jump ahead of you 3 years in a row.
You're so right, Burn.
Like, that's such a great point. Such a great point.
Brad Holmes, honestly.
And two Alabama secondary players because Green Bay sitting on their hands.
Bro, it's another catchphrase that gets used a little too often. Brad Holmes is living rent-free in Brian Gutenkuntz's head.
He really is.
Yeah.
Because you saw their comments during the combine, we don't raise division banners or whatever that garbage was.
Whatever that trash he was speaking.
Like, that's because you play outside, you clown.
Right. Let's just tee up chin music again just so we can all say Gutenkuntz.
Yeah, this could actually be chin music, but we, spin it in a little positive way. Positive way. Any other thank yous in the chat? Because I got a couple more, but I'd love to read some if you got them. I just see some great Mitten May. Shout out to the Lions fan and the clown the cheesehead. That's right. Terry says Jerry Jones, aka Dr. Evil. ADIS 411, return the favor. That's what I'm talking about. Mike G says smash the like button, just like Michigan smashed Ohio, Bama, and Washington.
You damn right.
And a lot of Ohio, Bama, and Washington players went in that first round. Only one Michigan player. I know there's going to be several. Likely a record number of Michigan players throughout the draft, but J.J. McCarthy goes at 10.
Yeah.
We got Marvin Harrison Jr., Terrion Arnold, J.C. Latham. Penix went before Odunze.
He did. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Odunze to Chicago. Oh, has anyone said anything about Chicago? Thank you to Chicago.
I haven't seen that in the chat.
I don't think so.
Man.
Why aren't you guys... Matthew Cook, I'll talk about Chicago because I want to thank them as well. Great picks. I mean, I do. You can't not pick Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze. So that's fine, but thank you for not picking an offensive lineman.
Yeah, thank
not
God.
One of the top ones.
Thank God. Yes.
And you can shut me up immediately if you go and get Jackson Powers in the beginning of this first round, or even a Zach Frazier. That would be a smart move. But in the first round, you didn't get one of the top tackles, or one of the Fatanu or Fuaga for that offense with Caleb Williams scrambling all over the place. Like, you got all these weapons, and you put all this money in cornerbacks and wide receivers, and DeAndre Swift's getting paid more than David Montgomery. How are you going to protect Caleb Williams?
And that's been their problem the whole time.
Right.
Offensive line has been their problem for several years.
Right. And Caleb Williams, he's good. Part of his game is being spontaneous, and that's part of what makes him special. It's part of why he should have gone number one. But defenders in the NFL, like linebackers in the NFL, edge rush,
is different.
They're a different beast. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's not going to be a good scrambler, a good improviser, but it's a different speed in the NFL. You need an offensive line. So until they do something big there, thank you, Ryan Poles, for not taking an offensive lineman.
Yeah. And Caleb Williams is hitting the division at a time where Aiden Hutchinson, even though we want to see him get more help, Brad Holmes still added more to this defensive line, which should help to free up Aiden Hutchinson. He would still get some double teams, but those triple teams, those chips out the backfield, those wide receivers in motion that bump them and then run. Those types of things are going to start to go way down. And if they don't,
DJ Reader,
Aleem McNeil, these guys are going to eat. The Detroit Lions, they went and they got sure in the trenches through free agency, and they still have an opportunity to beef up both sides of that ball right now on day 2 of this draft, man. I can't wait to see what happens.
Matthew Cook, Bears should have swept the Lions last year without all these guys. You're damn right they should have swept the Lions, but they didn't because they're not as good of a team. They got players. They got names. You guys did some damage in free agency. Don't get me wrong, but a win's a win. Like the Lions played pretty ugly against the Bears twice, but they managed to pull out one win. Like that was a beautiful comeback by Jared Goff. Remember Aiden Hutchinson strip sacking Justin Fields at the end of the game, kicking it out as a safety, punting it into the stands. Like a win is you didn't sweep us. You're right. You should have.
And the Lions,
but you didn't.
He's talking about the guys that Chicago didn't have last year. What about the guys that Detroit now has that they didn't have last year?
Bro.
It was a patchwork secondary for the Detroit Lions last year. The defensive line got a serious upgrade this offseason. And you're talking about another year for Jack Campbell. There's a lot to like about the Detroit Lions heading into this next season. A lot of people, when I hear them talk about what the other squads in NFC North are doing, it's as if you guys forgot. Brad Holmes was already cooked. Everybody else was going out there throwing around the big money, the big bags and all this. Brad was just going to say, hey, Zeitler, I need you. Hey, DJ Reader, I need you too. Hey, Marcus Davenport, see what you can do as well. Amik Robertson, Carlton Davis, let me bring you guys into the fold as well. Bro, all of these players, are you kidding me? And now you get to go into this draft and you have complete flexibility. If you want to create more assets for this year, you can do that. If his guy's on the board, I know he will. The Detroit Lions didn't stand pat. Everything they've done since they've lost that game has been improvement. All the way down to even the position coaches, man. Shout out to Terrell Williams because I can't wait to see what he does with this defensive line. There's so much more improvement on this team that I think sometimes we underrate it. I do. Do we still want to see them add more? I do. But at this point in time, I feel like it's depth now that they're adding. They can add some high potential pieces, but man, you look at where they are. If this was last year, we would be looking at this thing like, you know what? If they drafted a cornerback, we would be like, okay, hopefully he can lock down one of these starting spots. Right now, we've drafted Terrion Arnold, and it's like, yo, we still have Amik Robertson and Carlton Davis here. Carlton Davis here, though. It's such a different thing from just last year to this year, the way that Brad Holmes has flipped certain aspects of like a lack of depth on the defensive line as well as in the defensive secondary to this season. Whatever they picked, whether it's in the secondary or whether it's on either side of the ball, they are adding more high potential depth pieces to this squad, man. And I'm telling you, Brad is cooking.
So is that O'Neal.
So you're worried about depth?
Worried about depth? Worried about depth. Ed O'Neal, shout out, $5 donation. There's a difference between even collecting talent and building a team. Guess what Chicago is doing and what Detroit is doing? Chicago doesn't pick today. That's right. They don't pick it. I think they only have 2 more picks the rest of the draft.
Yeah.
That's why they should have traded that number 9. Rome is a great. He's a stud. He's going to be great. But you should have traded that and get especially look at who fall. Like Jerzon Newton is still on the board.
Right.
Like they can't. Unless they mortgage some of their future next year, what are they going to do? But Jerzon Newton, Jackson Powers Johnson, Frazier, Ladd McConkey, A.D. Mitchell, Troy Franklin, like Xavier Legette went 32.
Yeah.
Before we go to break, what do you guys think of that? That was, I like that. And Carolina wanted him all along. They were going to take him at 33.
They needed him in the worst way.
Yeah, they decided to move up, get that 33rd pick.
I thought Miami was going to take him, honestly.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean,
let's discuss when we come back. But what Miami took? Did they take Furtanu?
No, they took Chop.
Oh, they took Chop.
Yeah, Chop went before. He was 20, I think.
You said Miami
21.
21.
21. Yep.
Yeah.
To another pick, I was ahead of the curve on, but
Davenport out, Chop Robinson in.
Yeah, Chop Robinson was polar at we didn't know where he was going to go, but I'm glad he went before Detroit, so more people.
We missed a super chat as well, Chad Fletcher, and he called us out
Chad?
too. He said, "Y'all didn't read my super chat." He said, "Did we really do the same trade for 5 spots that we did 2 years ago, but for 20 spots? We got fleece hard, maybe for a DE, but Arnold better be the man."
Arnold will be the man.
Right?
Did we get fleece?
I'm trying to think.
Did we really?
I don't remember a trade that Brad Holmes was involved in that there was a fleecing.
Yeah.
And we've all said this. He gave himself the opportunity and the capital and the flexibility to be able to do whatever the frick he wants to do.
Whatever.
In the draft. That's what he did. Are we just asleep at the wheel? Like, is DJ Reader a Detroit Lion? Is Marcus Davenport a Detroit Lion? Is Aleem McNeil in his contract year bump a Detroit Lion? Did they go and add now 3 cornerbacks to this secondary? What are we like?
Listen,
what are we talking about?
If you don't like the draft pick, fine. But to say that Brad Holmes got fleeced is like crazy.
And I have a math.
Spinning the way he wants to spin.
Yes. Before we get to break, there's a little math. Brad Holmes, I think he operates with these numbers in his head. He's manipulating, kind of like, that movie 21, where it goes into that scene with all the stuff around his head. 2 years ago, trades up to number 12 for Jamison Williams. Last year, plus, so number 12 plus last year, he trades back to number 12 to get Jahmyr Gibbs. So 12 plus 12 is what? 24.
Yep.
At pick 24, another Alabama star.
Stop it.
Terrion Arnold in 2024. How about that?
Were we told that they got fleeced last year in the first round too?
Probably.
Didn't we hear that?
Yeah, running back and linebacker in the first round.
What are you doing?
Bro.
Brad Holmes, he doesn't really need our faith. He's earned the belief.
No.
That's realistically what it is. He's earned the belief in what he's done. We all sat here leading up to the draft saying we don't know what he's going to do. Brad Holmes just cooks. How do you come away after the trading up and getting the player that they continue to identify, that's our guy? How do you come back now and say at all that this thing was a fleecing? It just wasn't.
Doug Dirk, you said if Brad got fleeced, I hope it continues forever. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Get fleeced every trade.
I know, right?
Seriously, get it like Patagonia, fleece me all day. Like whatever you got to do to get Brad Holmes in his element, do it. Let's talk when we come back. Talk about Terrion Arnold a little bit more, and then let's start predicting what they're doing today. Because the Lions, at the moment, they got pick 61 in the second round, so they are picking. Braylon Edwards also picking for the Jets in the third round. It's going to be another fun day in Detroit. But Kool-Aid, you tell them about Swiss?
I can, man. Look, the NFL draft is in Detroit, but with the first pick in the 2024 draft, Detroit picks the Swiss Insurance Group, Woodward Sports, and Detroit's top pick for your insurance needs. Keep your current provider honest and price out Swiss today. Go to SwissINS.com or call Mark today at 313-530-1698. Again? Shout out to Flannel Sam, 313-530-1698.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
The BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking, and the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch?
Tell me about it.
Let me tell you right now, there is a new era in sports wearables, new designs, amazing apparel, and the ultimate swag. Go to woodwardsports.com, click on that shop tab. We are dropping new designs every single week, but I got to show off some designs that we have right now going on for you. We got the Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes election
That's
t-shirt,
a vote for me.
hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
You want to support these guys, especially after day one. We got the Tiger sweatshirts, and if you're a fan of the Detroit sign, I'm not. We also got those on t-shirts as well for you. Go to woodwardsports.com, click on that shop tab, get swagged out. Come on.
What up, though, people? We are in the city of Detroit for the NFL draft.
I like
First,
this girl.
tell the people your name and where you're from.
My name is Lizzie. I'm from Canton.
All right. Hey, look, you want one of these 3 on 3
like
draft
Kool-Aid
party
a little
shirts,
bit,
right?
to be
Hey,
real.
show him the shirt. Show him the shirt.
We ain't gonna get into it.
Are you ready? Are you ready to see what you got to do?
I'm so ready.
Can you guess?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Look. Brad Holmes, general manager. Are you familiar with this scene of him yelling in the elevator? Ready to channel that Brad Holmes energy?
Are you ready?
Let's go.
There you go, brother.
I think that's a winner. That's a winner.
Look at this shirt.
Hey, That's a winner, man.
Sports, let's go!
Let's go. Let's go. What
There you
up,
go, Broder.
Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. I think Broder is in love,
He's
man.
smitten, man. Look at him getting red over there. Smitten.
I'm just gonna let you do your thing. Maybe she's watching the show this morning. She said she was gonna tap in, man.
How is he?
Yeah, you know what? We were walking the streets. We were interacting with people. We had shirts to give away. We were showing everybody the Brad Holmes in the elevator. And he was screaming the 3 screams in a row, and he was just that Brad Holmes energy. Anybody who could channel that energy, we were giving a shirt away to.
Even like when you were on the street, when you were on the corner asking people, were there any Hooker fans?
What?
What? I don't know. There's been a topic of controversy
I'm sure
over the
there's
last
some Hooker
couple
fans
days.
somewhere.
Got you.
What up, though, KG?
No, I say I'm sure there's some Hooker fans somewhere, most definitely. But hey, shout out your boy for the camera work too, man.
Yeah,
That was you?
Yeah, that was KG on the camera, man.
I do it
KG.
all.
Yo, it was epic, man. Yesterday was a movie. I'm telling y'all, it was really, really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shout out to Ed O'Neill. He said Kool-Aid, #1 wingman. I got you, bro.
Damn right.
I got you.
Seriously, like I got the best wingmans on the show. All you guys are wifed up, and some legally wifed up, some
Right, not yet legal.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But
exactly.
might as well be wifed up. Yes.
Yeah. So hey, live vicariously through your boy.
Yeah.
Hey, let's rock, man.
Let's rock. Let's rock this second round of the NFL draft.
Let's do that. I do want to address really, really quickly
Address it.
the chat question. Should the Lions be scared of Caleb Williams and the Bears? You know what, man? I don't think that this has anything to do about being scared. I think that if anything, Brad Holmes respects this game too much to take anybody for granted. Kind of knowing the directions that maybe the Bears will go, knowing what Jordan Love is turning into, and honestly,
Caleb
seeing
Williams?
what, huh?
Sorry, no, my fault.
No. I mean, Caleb Williams with the Bears, Jordan Love over here,
My
knowing
fault.
what the Vikings are going to try and do as well. I believe what we saw in free agency, what we're going to see in this draft, it's about Brad not just trying to maximize a Super Bowl window, but staying ahead in the NFC North as well. So I don't think that they're scared. I believe that there's a healthy respect, but there's not any aspect of fear from Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, and the Detroit Lions as it relates to the NFC North.
Yeah.
I just wanted to speak on that, bro.
No, speak on that, bro. Speak on it. It's true. The NFC North's tough, but Detroit is still the class of the NFC North.
Right.
Like, they're still champions until someone takes that crown away from them.
Yeah.
They got to go take it in Minnesota. From Minnesota.
Yeah.
They got to go take it from our hands, from the Lions' hands this year.
We are the kings of the North, and this is why I kept saying when people was talking about, oh, the schedule is going to get harder. The schedule is going to get harder.
is.
The Lions are harder. Pause.
Talk about it. Talk about it. You know what? Talk about it.
Thank you, man. The Lions are prepared for this. This is what we have worked for. We are the hunted now, and we are ready for it. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not scared. It's like you said, a professionally
We don't play scared,
focused.
man.
Yeah, they know. We can't knock. Like, they've gone and got some dudes. Like they have Montez Sweat. Their linebacker crew is one of the best in the NHL. I had to get one of those in the day in the NFL. And the secondary is good. They got Keenan. They got dudes.
And you got to give love to Brad Holmes again, because he took this thing seriously. He saw what all of us saw. He saw what all the fans saw. Our defense was absolutely struggling. What did he do this year? Absolute overhaul defensively. New coaches, new players. This thing is looking totally different from one, and definitely different from 2 years ago. So, man, I'm just so excited, man. Give Brad Holmes the credit, man. He is that man. He is that man.
Playing mind games, him and Dan Campbell before, saying, "Oh, it's an offensive draft. Like, it's going to be a run," which it was.
They were spinning.
But you know who went defense? You know who zigged when everyone zagged, like last year?
Yeah.
It's freaking Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes. KG got the whole chat family mocked up right now.
Mocked.
I saw, everybody
This is
hard
my
now.
team, man. Y'all gonna stop talking about my team in a crazy way. We are a top 2 NFC team, and y'all gonna treat us as such, bro.
Let's go.
I'm sick of it, man.
Ed O'Neill said that they got to play us. That's my whole thing. Guys, the Detroit Lions didn't stand pat. They did not get worse. They got better. And that mindset, which is also one half of the game that you play in any sport, these guys are locked in. This is completely different. I think sometimes as Lions fans, we might be the ones to walk and tread a little bit more cautiously because we're not used to this out of the Detroit Lions. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, these guys, they don't care about that. They do not care about that at all. What did Dan Campbell do? hey, let me pick the jersey we want to wear. All right, go out there and win the division. I'll let you pick the jersey. What is he going to pick? The 0-16 Blacks? You know what? This team is about not just getting ahead, but conquering everything that was before it, to the point that when people look at the Detroit Lions, they're looking at something completely different now. Everything that they're doing from top to bottom, it is prestigious, man.
Yes.
Y'all got to understand out there, especially fans of other teams, you got to play the Lions. They're on your schedule. They're the big dogs. They're the big boys. That's why our schedule looks the way it does, because we handled business. Brad handled business. Dan handled business. The players handled business. And the Detroit Lions in 2024, I am highly optimistic they're going to do the same thing this year. I'm going to keep saying it. The NFC North division is a lock for the Detroit Lions. It's a lock. If you have Super Bowl aspirations the way that you do, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, this team got better. This team just, and look, I respect those
You're
takes.
saying it's a lock.
It's a lock.
You're saying a lock.
It's
That's
a lock.
big.
Yeah. It's a lock, man. It's a lock. It's a lock.
They are locked in, like Richmond High School. Yeah, Rich what? Richmond. Shout out Dante151. Last night, Texans QB CJ Stroud really liked the Arnold pick from the Lions. Darn it, Stroud, you making me like you as a player even more. Let's go Lions. Let's go Dante. Thanks for the $4.99 donation.
Ain't it crazy how you can like an Ohio State quarterback? It's just nuts, man. I am a big fan of CJ Stroud.
Dude,
man.
me too.
It's crazy.
Me too. And I was one of the non-believers. I just didn't even really give it much thought. I definitely didn't think he was going to be this good.
Yeah.
And he's proved everybody wrong.
In your defense, there was a stigma on Ohio State quarterbacks before he took over. So
yeah, he did it. And you see what he does for Nico Collins
and
Tank Dell. This is why and he's different than Jared Goff, and I'm not going to go down a whole Jared Goff rabbit hole, but like the quarterback deserves some credit for getting the ball to these guys. Like Nico Collins had himself a number 1 year. I love that mean mug out of UKG. Nico Collins had himself a hell of a year. It was his first big year, and it's after he got CJ Stroud. Like we all love Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, but Jared Goff still has to get them the ball.
Exactly.
Like we can't just take him out of the equation for why this offense was so good. Like they're all pro. They're Pro Bowlers. Also because of the guy getting them the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So with this next pick, though, in the draft, I'll tease. I'll pose this question to you guys. We'll go to break real quick. We'll just kick in this conversation again in the 9:30 segment. What are we going to do at 61? Let's assume, chat, that we're not trading back, which I would be in favor of. Try to get 2 picks, in the 70s, 80s, the 100s, 110s. Assuming you pick at 61, what should the Lions be doing? Think about that. When we come back, we'll give you our opinions.
Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be awesome, man.
Can you shave it off? Can you tell us about Lady Jane's?
I can. I'm just saying, whatever the Detroit Lions are going to do in this draft on day 2 is going to be awesome.
Awesome.
But I can tell you about something else awesome, too. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Just stop in, sit back, and relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented hairstylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. It's Lady Jane's. That's wicked awesome.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today? Let's have a look, man. I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake.
Hey.
Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Shout out to Figer Law for helping us put on an amazing, amazing party down at 313 Party with all of our amazing sponsors. Feiger Law. After an accident, people need to hire a lawyer more than any other time. So make Feiger Law your very first call. Call 1-800-A-WINNER. Their team of trial lawyers will get you the money you deserve. Feiger Law. All we do is win.
What up, though, people? Welcome back.
What up, though, Kool-Aid?
Wake Up Woodward. We got the whole crew, minus Flannel. He will be in for Big D Energy. We got the elite booth, though. KG, Woodward Sports, #1 draft pick. Detroit's #1 draft pick.
You
Mr.
know
KG
it.
in the sound booth. Yes, sir. And we got Woodward Sports' MVP, Mr. JBSMOOOOOV in the TD booth.
Titties.
Y'all crushed it last night, man. I appreciate everything you guys do. You guys were kind of behind the scenes. Your voice was out there a little bit as well, but you were doing everything to make the show go. Thank you guys so much for what you do.
No problem.
Shout out to Mr. Matthew Broder.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Let's go.
Man, the Wi-Fi sucked in the hotel I was in yesterday, or the building. I don't know why that just popped into my mind and then popped out my mouth, but I thought I'd bring it up.
Hey, you were crushing, man.
was
Everybody. There's so many names we could name.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stick as well, kind of leading the charge with this thing. It was an epic time as well. It was cool to just kind of be out there with the bros. I did miss seeing you in person yesterday, and it was cool that a lot of the chat family that came over to say what up, they were also like, "Where's Broder?
Oh,
Where's
let's go."
Broder?" Yeah.
Dude, I had some awesome, I didn't have very good service in the building next to the draft, but I got so many awesome DMs after the game, just tweet. I couldn't catch up all last night. I got home at 3:45 last night. I couldn't catch up on everything. We're prepping for the show today, trying to get an hour of sleep or something. But it was Eduardo O'Neill pointed out to me. It was 1:45. He was like, dude, you're going viral on Reddit.
Nice.
There's an apology tour to Matt Bro 21.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means I was getting ripped for the Terrion Arnold trade up news, the report earlier in the day, but nonetheless, it was so cool. Ran into Eric Burrow on the way there and his friend, I believe Pete. Just an epic time in Detroit. And you know what's the best part?
Yeah.
Before you say whatever you're about to say, because I'm sure it's gold, we have to do this for 2 more days.
Yeah, we do.
2 more days. We're going to be live downtown, day 2 of the 313 party, and then we're hosting a watch party here on Saturday.
I didn't know that.
With the heavyweights.
Nice. I'm going to be in attendance for that.
No, and just real quick, want to make sure I shout out the rest of our social team as well.
Do it. Travis who just
and
texted
Kyle.
me. Legend.
Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. They really held it down. We worked hard to make sure we can get all of the templates and get everything right. Shout out to Noah and Ryan as well, getting those graphics out pick by pick. The social team overall, I'm proud of you guys. Thank you guys for crushing.
Total team effort.
Yeah, I was in this media room, and I was, to be honest with you guys, I was kind of stressing out because I couldn't send anything or drop things, and I was getting these videos. It's man, what am I? I don't feel like I'm helping the team enough. But all along the way, those guys, Travis in the chat, in our Slack channel, was he was giving me updates on the picks, and he was just keeping me up to date and engaged. It was fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens today in the second round at pick 61.
Tee it up, bro.
I asked you guys that question before we went to break. What should the Lions do? And I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat. I see a lot of trenches. I see a lot. I forget who said it. It might have been Herb Nash, but trenches. They
Which
go
side of the
offensive
trenches?
line or defensive line?
Yeah.
What about wide receiver?
Ooh.
What about linebacker? Adrian Cooper's still out there. There's some weird scenarios playing out in the second round, especially with these top 10 picks that when Neil texted the Slack channel last night, I was thinking about Jackson Powers-Johnson, Zach Frazier. There are some candidates at the top, but then there's also Kool-Aid McKinstry and Ladd McConkey and a ton. Jer'Zhan Newton.
Jer'Zhan's still out there.
I don't know what Brad could do for him to sneak up in the second round, but hypothetically, at 61, KG, what are you doing? What's your thought process?
It's tough. I think Jer'Zhan is definitely gone top of the second, but stranger things have happened as we've seen. Yeah. If it's me, I think Brad Holmes is going to find a way to maneuver up in the second round as well. I don't know how far up, but when you look at some of the names out there, JPJ is a name that I think if you can grab him, I think you already won the draft. Honestly, Terrion Arnold, and then you add a dog like that, JPJ, to your offensive line, the versatility.
Did you say verse?
Did you say versatility?
Versatility that he provides would be absolutely epic for where this offensive line is going to go in the future. You want to make your strength stronger. I think that's the next move. Attack the O-line. But I wouldn't be mad at a Jer'Zhan or an edge rusher of some sort.
What, Cooper DeJean? I know with
out.
Mosley still coming back, I don't know if
started.
but I think they need to go get another safety. I'm thinking maybe later in the draft, but shoot. You get Cooper DeJean in the second round.
I mean, I wouldn't be
JB?
mad.
The way the board still is falling, does this scream more trade back or trade up?
That's tricky because I think there are going to be some great players in that third and fourth round. Like really high value. You can get some serious value.
And
but Jerjon Newton, Jackson Powers-Johnson, like Ladd McConkey, there are some absolute studs.
Trading up absolutely has to be on the table. And when you look at it, the Lions, I believe they have 2 fourth-round picks. So they do
next year.
Next year. But you might have to start using some of that next year's capital.
Yeah, 100%.
In order to move up in this draft. But like I said, we're at the point where we don't need a whole bunch of bodies, a whole bunch of depth. We just need specific things to take us over the top. And I think they're willing to do that. So
JBZ.
Man,
I think you want an edge rusher.
I do want an edge rusher, but this right now you're in a special place now that you kind of have to think strategy first and foremost. You got to sit here and see how the rest of the draft board plays out because you don't have that third round pick anymore since you traded that. You do have 2, 6, and a 7. I mean, this might be a time where you think about kind of packaging those up, maybe sending them up to get another pick. In the third or fourth round because there's still a lot of good talent out here. Newton, I don't think is going to make it past very far in that second round at all. But guys like JPJ, if you're looking for a wide receiver, Keon Coleman is still out there and he is still available. But you do have Marshawn Nealon as well too, someone you should look at as well. So it's all about how you want to play this right now and how these guys will fall too because round 1, we were all surprised that all these guys just fell and were off everyone's radar. So it's kind of weird. But, yeah, you kind of got to see how the day 2 starts out and, kind of working from there. But I wouldn't be mad at JPJ if they, kind of traded up and grabbed him.
Kool-Aid, here's a couple of my favorites who are still on the board. We got Ladd McConkey. He's my favorite wide receiver left, although A.D. Mitchell is out there. Yeah. Jerjon Newton, Cooper DeJean, Jackson Powers-Johnson. But start moving down. I love Reginaldo Green, but you probably don't need to go cornerback now.
Yeah.
Austin Booker out of Kansas, there's an edge rusher to develop.
Yeah.
But he's an incredible athlete. Chris Jenkins out of Michigan.
Yep.
You want to start adding some firepower, some serious depth to that defensive tackle position. You get the mutant. Cooper Beebe's still on the board. Edgar and Cooper.
BB.
Like Christian Haynes out of Connecticut. There's some stud offensive linemen still there.
Yeah, Brandon Fisk.
And there will be Braden Fisk, a defense. There's going to be someone good, like very talented at 61. So you could take that player or take the player that you think is good there, or because there's going to be a talented player, Brad Holmes can move back if he wants, even if it's just into the 70s. Get a third rounder back.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just giving up that third round, does it make you say, you know what, with the way the board's falling, with the players that should be there and available at 61 and even beyond, do you want this team to trade back?
I do, unless
I'm leaning towards that just a little bit, unless their guy is there.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing. Like if they, of course, if they trade up for Ladd McConkey, who's my guy, I'd be happy. If they trade up for anybody, it means that they got that conviction that that's, like you said, that's their guy. There's really no way to describe it. Like fit, play. It's their guy, so I'll support it. I guess the only reason I'm saying trade back is because I think you can get 2 high-impact players. Maybe not starters, but 2 very high-impact players in that third round or later in the second or early in the fourth. Like, there were some I keep going down the NFL draft tracker, like page after page, and there are studs still out there.
Yeah.
Like,
that first round changed everything.
It did. Is it safe to say, you guys can hit it to me straight, that Mikey Sanders still isn't going to be picked in this round?
He might not be.
He probably,
just with the names, Cooper DeJean and stuff still out there. Yeah, probably not.
Since we got Terrion Arnold,
but
if you're gonna go, you maybe go with true safety if you're gonna stay in the secondary for a Cooper DeJean or a Javon Bullard or Kalen Bullock out of USC.
But I mean, hey, look at it this way: if Mikey Sanders actually does fall, he could be that hidden gem that you find in that 6th or 7th round. That it could be like a whole another Amon-Ra Brown situation. You weren't expecting this out of this guy, but next thing you know, boom, look, he's an all-pro on your team.
Like a Dwight McGlothern,
the voice of reason.
How about chat? We're gonna go to break, so we're gonna come back and do what's trending with JB Smooth. But what would you think about this draft pick at 61? Offensive tackle Kingsley Sumataya out of BYU. This would be Penei Sewell's cousin.
Ooh.
Absolute mauler.
Signing.
A tackle, a developmental tackle.
Signing.
Would have to be your future right tackle.
Get that pick.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Danny G in the chats as well. He put just versatities. I guess that's
versatities.
Yeah, I think he liked he appreciated your brush breakdown.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I do my best.
Woo Crew Nation, LFG, happy draft day 2. Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
You got a pet lion, right?
I do got a pet lion, man. I got that pet lion out of the octopus.
The pride is deep.
Our tiger.
Feed them.
We even got a hooper horse, man.
Feed the pride because it's huge right now.
Hey.
You got a star at the beginning of the draft.
The pride gets the best, man. Roll pride, right? That's
Roll pride.
About nothing but the pride.
Let's go, man.
Bobby
you know
Boucher.
Where we give the pride the best? Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of all the online and big box retailers, with one major difference: they've been family and locally owned for over 30 plus years. Hopefully one day the Woo Crew can have those types of numbers as well. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you same day, local, curbside, and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supplies has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. They call it the Feldman Advantage. They got 18 locations, so there's got to be a dealership in your backyard somewhere. Just visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you, and check us out there Tuesdays, once a month, out at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer. And I saw Maz and I saw Neil chomping on some Nashville hot chicken
Them tenders was
from
so good.
Soroki's. It looked good. It looked crispy. And that's Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza. They're taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit. They're doubling the number of restaurants this year in 2024. Doubling. It's known for their quality, their hand-battered and hand-breaded chicken tenders, sandwiches, and New York-style pizza. So be sure to stop in and try at a mega station near you. Or go to www.sorokis.com.
What up, dog? Wake up, Woodward. We with one of the chat family. State your name for the people.
Ryan's Lions.
Hey, and how's it going, man? How are you enjoying the Detroit Lions in the NFL draft? The city is on display, man.
The draft in Detroit, no less. Who could have thought? Who could have figured? But it's here. It's here. We're all celebrating. 350,000 strong. It's badass. Get your butt down here if you're not down here already.
Who should Brad Holmes take tonight?
Ooh. That's a hard one to say. Anybody and nobody can pick what Brad Holmes is going to do. Either he stays, he trades up, he trades down. I'm thinking he's going to stay at 29. Let's see. I'm hoping for one of the Robinsons.
Hey, well, you know what? Let's get a let's go line.
Thanks to you,
Let's go,
Mr.
Lions!
There we
Robinson.
go. What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward Chat family. As always, you are the most important part of this platform. We do what we do. We're inspired by what you guys choose to do to support us, and we couldn't appreciate it anymore. So thank you guys. We hope that your day has gotten off to a great start. Go on ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the platform, go on ahead and subscribe as well. Share the stream. Help out your Woo crew. Let's Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys greatly. Shout out to Devin the dog, his super chat. He said he had the best day ever. He got to meet David Montgomery and gave him one of his shirts.
Let's go.
Now his last request,
Shout
can
out,
he
man.
join the WSN, the Woodward Sports Watch Party tomorrow?
I think so. I'm not in charge, so let me get the okay. But between you and me, like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I just don't want to. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Put it on me. I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat. Come on over, Devin.
Come on down.
Let's have
man.
a party. We're gonna have Soroki's, crispy chicken and pizza.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Man,
How about
them,
it?
Them tenders were so fire,
They were-
bro.
Yo,
Shout
and
out
the
to
biscuits,
Soroki's,
too?
man.
A tender loving care.
gracious.
And shout out the sales team. They working their ass off, man, getting all these great
Tim
sponsors,
and Brady,
man.
Shout out to them. Griffin. Shout out to them, man. I'm telling you, we got such a great team here of people that you see the people up here in the desk, you see the people in the booth, you see the people in the mask chair. You even sometimes see the Lady James girls in the background as well. But shout out to the people that are in our background, in our back room. They are doing so much to make this network look good and run great. Shout out to them all, man.
Also, shout out to Cordell Walker. You dislocated your shoulder yesterday.
Damn.
Man,
Wow.
it's the
having
pitch
too
clock.
much fun.
It's the pitch clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about
I feel better,
being
man. I hope
excited about the pick that you just throw your arm out like.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. Flannel Sam punching the air flannel back there in the back.
Oh, I have seen Flannel. It is confirmed he is safe. He is in good health. Flannel got a little turnt last night. We didn't get we didn't get long drink Flannel. We got hard alcohol Flannel last night. So
Oh, boy.
that was something to see.
We got straight lick flannel.
I miss all the fun. I miss
Straight
all the
lick,
fun.
no chaser flannel. Goodness gracious.
Cool, it's that time.
Let's go.
Before we do it, though, hey, do us a favor. This is literally to help out our crew, this Woo crew here. Can you just hit that like?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Cool, introduce it.
18 more would be dope, too. Let's zoom on
What number is
past
that?
300.
Come on, do it for who's the actor? Shoot, the delivery would have been better if I remember the actor in Sparta. This is Sparta. 300. Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell
do it for
Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
300.
Hit 300.
Russell Brand.
Or
Russell Crowe.
who's Mr. 3000? Now I'm just
that's Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Peter, great
Yeah.
Bernie Mac, man.
Yeah. And 300 doesn't have anything to do with any Tiger sitters.
It don't.
I love you, Tigers.
That was a good one.
Send it on over.
Hey, it's time for the most electrifying segment in sports entertainment. If you smell what JBSMOOOOOV, that's 4 O's 1V, is cooking with what's trending.
JBSMOOOOOOV.
That's right.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, dog?
You know,
What up,
happy
dog?
day 2 of the draft.
Yes.
You know what? But I think someone caught someone out handing out some food yesterday. I saw a wide receiver.
Wait, what?
Pizza.
Mr. Amara St. Brown is out here
catches passes on the field,
handing out pizza
throwing 'em
after the contract
off the field.
extension. So
This guy
crazy.
does it all.
Well, you know,
He does it all, man. Like, he's so cool.
I mean, we say his contract extension was a home run, and what do the Tigers do after a home run? They put the pizza on a spear.
Yes, sir.
That is true.
He's just supporting the Wings, the Tigers, the Illich family, the city of Detroit. Man, Amon-Ra is going to be in Detroit for 5 more years.
Yeah.
That is
And
very
he was excited
impressive.
about it too. He
Very
was very
impressive.
excited about it.
Yes.
But you know what? I had to reach back out to Mel Kiper just to get his opinion on the food of day 1 of the draft and what food you should have for your draft party.
He got to get the black hairpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you look at a draft night party, things I'm hearing from the group text is going to be the clear and obvious number 1 choice, and that'd be wings. Now, a few red flags look out for is the guy who wants boneless wings instead of bone-in wings, the
boneless?
classic
Come on,
wings.
dog. Don't
Can
do
be
that
a
to
little bit
boneless wings.
sloppy there, and then the question becomes, how far do you fall? Do you go 12, 18, 24? Hey, some people even thinking to go 50 and save a quick buck. Next option would be tacos, but again, the red flag there, the concern would be looking at, do they break under pressure? You going hard shell, you going soft soft shell. A few people like both. I'd be good with either option. And then, of course, you have pizza. A little bit of the generic pick, a little bit of the vanilla pick. Not going to really surprise anybody, really take anybody by storm. But you really can never go wrong when you're choosing pizza on a draft night. Ultimately, I think you go with wings as a clear-cut #1 overall choice.
So what do you guys think of that? Do you like his choice? Was that a good pick for your draft party?
I like his choice because his toupee wasn't falling into the food,
Exactly.
into the wings.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I'm in.
Pizza and wings for me, man. Detroit style pizza though.
KG, what you thinking?
Hey, it works for me, man. But get that hairpiece right, man. You got if you gonna do Mel Kiper, you got to do the hairpiece.
That's fair. That is fair. Hey, even though it was a draft yesterday, do you guys know the new Jays drop?
Did they?
The new Jays?
Yeah, the new Jays drop.
Oh God.
Oh, you guys gotta check this out.
In honor of 1,000 app downloads, we wanted to give these to you.
What is this?
Are you guys serious?
The Mick Jays.
McMorrow?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I can't lie, them kind of fire.
Look at the McJays, dog. The McJays.
Dude, those are awesome.
Them is the 12s.
Dog, that's sick. Perritos, look. Boy, I just got the new McJays, dog.
Them are the Jordan 12s, the
Only
McDonald's
you order
edition.
Super McFast.
I mean, not
you guys
the
don't
12s,
even know
13.
it, dog. It's about to go crazy up in here, dog.
You
Look
about
at
to
that.
get your order Super McFast.
Oh, come on, big
Them
dog. I don't
kinda
even got to wear the
crispy.
FUBUs no more. Fool, look. I don't got to wear the FUBUs no more, dog. Let's go. Let's go. I'll be right with you.
You taking orders right now.
I'll be right with you. Hold on.
Get
I
them
just got my
shoes on,
McJays.
bro.
Hold on.
Get them shoes on.
So look at. Oh my God.
Bro, he
They
can
should do
go
this for the
from
workers,
burger
for real.
flipping to fry dipping in a matter of 4.2.
They got to do this for the workers for real.
I
man.
wonder how good.
Oh my
So
god.
are you guys copping the new McJays?
I can't lie, they look fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them was the Jordan 13s, the McDonald's version, but they kind of fire, man.
Copping the McJays.
Chuckle Cheese said crispy just like the Nuggets.
Ooh.
I see what he did there.
I wonder what kind of golden arch support they have.
I see what you did there.
That's Broder.
I thought that was pretty good. And I know it's probably not good when you have to say it's probably pretty good, but
that's another Broder one for you.
they look like the old Allen Iverson Reeboks, the questions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of those too.
Yeah,
That's like
it's a great shoe.
yes, JB. That was hilarious.
That's kind of good. But finally, I will give you guys this because we missed coaching culture with Broder yesterday in an attempt to find him a new lady. Sorry, it's
Lizzie
not,
with an X.
Sorry, it's not Lizzie this
With
time.
an X.
With an X. But can I interest you in a recently divorced,
Experience.
30-year-old?
Okay.
She's athletic. She is invited to the cookout by association.
Like associated with me?
Association with someone that she
Okay.
was recently with.
Oh.
She is athletic, like I said, a 2-time WNBA champion.
Oh.
Can I interest you in Miss Kelsey Plum?
Yes.
Oh.
And not even because of these pictures, although wow.
Look at them legs.
Wow. I've never seen her in this light.
Okay, Kelsey.
Miss
And
Kelsey
she's
Plum.
what? Yeah, newly single, right?
I was
Newly
not
single,
aware
just
of your
got
game,
divorced from
Kelsey Plum.
Darren Waller. He let this go.
What?
Yes,
I was not aware of
Mr.
your
Darren
game,
Waller
Kelsey.
let this go.
Brother, would you fumble that hard?
No. That's a bag you cannot fumble. And you know why? Have you seen her toss a t-shirt into the stands at a basketball game?
No.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
She
video.
would be the hardest throwing left-handed thrower in our relationship.
That's where his mind goes.
Seriously, dude. Before the end of the show, I'm going to find this clip. She launches it. Honestly, you remember that Mike Vick commercial back in the day where he throws the football from like 80 yards out and it just keeps going out of the stadium?
Oh my God.
That's Kelsey Plum in some NBA game or whatever. She was throwing the t-shirt out from the left side,
Bro,
from the
it's
school
crazy.
side.
It all goes back to pitching for Broder.
It does. It does.
And she's a
legs is
little bit
crazy.
tall for you too. She's 5'8", Broder. So there you
She's
go.
only 5'8".
Yeah, that's short actually.
Yeah, I thought she'd be like 6'2".
Yeah.
That's fine. 5'8". I got 9 inches on her.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Hey.
Hey.
Did not mean it that way, but
That's it for what's trending. But hey yo.
yes, Jay-Z I'm trying to breed a super athlete. That'd be nice.
Super babies.
Super babies. JB Smooth.
Yes.
Great job, man.
As
Another
always,
great
man.
was trending from Mr. JB Smooth, man. It's epic. Hey, you guys get your mailbag questions in. Do we have any business that we need to handle, JB?
Nope. We're all good.
Hey, we're all good then. Hey, Get those mailbag questions in. It is mailbag time to close out the show. We want to be able to feature the chat family as much as possible. Hey, I see Eduardo O'Neill.
Yeah, if you could read the first one or two, I'm going to find this clip, but I'm listening.
Eduardo O'Neill, we have 10 picks next year. You think we get a third or a fourth for some of next year's capital?
I'm telling you
about that, bro.
I told you we have 2 4th-rounders next year. You have to consider at least one of those maybe expendable, depending on what you're trying to do. But like JB was alluded to earlier, all depends on how the board shakes out. We thought yesterday things were going to go completely different, and we winded up getting Terrion Arnold and only having to move up 5 spots in the long run. So, you know, we just got to see how the board gonna shake. But I know Brad, he in there cooking, he working the phones, he gonna figure out the best play for this team going forward. So looking forward to it.
Hey, and some of the chat wanted you to know that 300 Gerard Butler.
Yeah, I meant to rebuttal. I was gonna come back. I apologize. It was Gerard Butler, not Russell Crowe.
They're gonna kick you in the hole now.
I think they're doppelgangers.
Mailbag. Will Gerard Butler fall to us at 61? That's from Nick.
Yeah, if we get Gerard Butler, that's crazy. I love Gerard Butler.
He could be a kicker.
Gerard Butler and who is the other guy? Like the nutty white guys in the movies, man. They always play them type of roles. He is like great at that. No, Jason Statham. It was another one.
Paul Rudd.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. If you know Jake Gyllenhaal is in a movie, he's gonna be the nutty white guy in the movie. So like love it.
I actually liked him as Mysterio in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he was good.
I liked him.
He was good.
So Jared Tobiason asked me a question, but I'm actually going to pose it to you guys who have a little bit more experience with this specific question. I have some other advice, but I'm going to come to you first. Yes, I'm working on getting my sports media journalism degree. Any advice?
Oh, I definitely have some advice, man. One, make sure you have your own platform in addition to making sure that you can get any internships that are out there. Hard work. And as Stick always says, be a cockroach. Be the person that can outlast based on the level of work that you want to put in, that you know you could put in, and the place that you want to go. Your goals sometimes in this industry, they're not always in front of you. I think a lot of us have had some experience in media even before Woodward Sports. These types of opportunities, when they are there, take advantage of them, hold on to them, treat them precious, and you will see your career grow tremendously.
Yeah.
Obviously, the educational part of it is there, but KG, you were at Channel 7 before here.
I was, man, and definitely one thing I would say is just don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You never know what opportunities might arise if you put yourself in the right place at the right time. That's how I even got in the media in the first place. I just so happened to walk up to a reporter. Next thing you know, I'm in news for the next 6 years of my life.
Wow.
So, yeah, you just don't be afraid to put yourself out there, man, and be true to yourself, man. Don't try and change up. Be who you are genuinely, and let the results come as they may.
Yes, absolutely. There's no limit to the opportunities that are open for you. All you have to do is just open your mouth and actually talk to people. Let them know how you feel about something, how you're passionate about something. And honestly, if they're vibing with you, they will find a connection and get you into that building somehow, some way. So all you have to do is just be open, because there is an endless limit of possibilities out there for you. Just be aware of who you're around, and hey, just be nice. Talk. The one thing that I've learned is always talk to every single person you see, whether it's a good morning, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Just if it's something small, just know that talking gets you in the building.
Absolutely. And JB, I'll give my advice, and while I do that, if you could play the Kelsey Plum video next that I put in Slack.
Go grab it.
Also, I see IT Hips. I see Big Dan Davis, and I see where was it? I see a couple people asking for our round 2 pick at 61 predictions. We'll do that as the very last question, as a send off. But my advice, I agree with all you. For me, it was just I reached out to Stick, who I knew from playing softball with. I was like, hey man, can I just write about sports? Like you just send me over something, and that was really my only experience before starting Woodward Sports, and it spiraled into, being the Lions and the Tigers beat writer and being on this show. Like, just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to be judged. Don't be afraid to put out something bad or not the highest quality. Just get your phone, turn it around, and start talking, or get a pen and a pencil and start writing, or I guess a keyboard these days.
Yep.
Like just put yourself out there. Literally, you can't hurt.
Yeah.
Just do it.
You never know.
Yeah, because what everybody's saying, I think a cool way to summarize it is this. Your opinion, like you said, that's going to be something for the debates. That's the conversation. But your personality is what people will latch on to. like JB said, like KG said, like Broder said, be the best person that you can be and attack your work with ferocity unknown to mankind.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Joe Alt.
That's right.
Joe Alt. Check out this Kelsey Plum video.
Is there sound to this? I'm not 100%.
I don't think so. I think it's just slow motion, but check this out. Nice little.
Man, this is Broder porn right
The
here.
D-ball.
Damn.
It's
Sign
not
her.
like
I remember
Sign her
this.
now.
right.
I remember this.
She got to the upper deck
She
with that
almost
boy.
got to the second level.
Damn.
Like literally the caption from Neon Boudreaux's tweet, the first one that popped up, 6.3 million views. Whenever Kelsey Plum is trending, I think of this throw. I haven't been able to get this throw out of my head.
Throw though, like come on.
Since I started, I have not been able to.
Been fantasizing about that throw, huh?
And this was before those pictures you just showed me.
She can throw you like that.
Bro. She might. I'll let her do whatever she wants. You can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, she don't skip leg day. I'll say that. Man.
Oh,
No
you'll let
skip
her
legs
toss
on
you,
her,
brother?
man. Jesus.
I will. Kelsey with an X. Lizzie with an X.
Oh,
all right, boys.
man.
Last question before we get out of here. Let's get your pick 61 predictions. Be as specific or actually, be as specific or as you want to pick a position. Do that. Whatever. What are you thinking, KG?
If they stay put, Christian Haynes. If they move up.
Oh, I like that. A stay put, a move up, and a stay put and a move up.
A stay put and a move up. Yeah, stay put, Christian Haynes. If they move up, JPJ or Marshawn Nealon.
Ooh. Not Jer'Zhan Newton.
Oh, I forgot about Jer'Zhan.
I sensed it.
He has to go within the first 3 picks of the second round. It's crazy he even fell to the second round.
The Patriots should take him at 34. They all should take him. JB at 61. What are you doing?
Ooh, at 61.
That's what looks like Foxy and Lady Jane's. Evan Foxy
what?
from Pat. It looks like him.
I was about to say.
I don't think it is, but it looks like
Shout
him.
out Foxy, man.
I was gonna say, wait, is it? Damn it! But at 61, man, there's a lot of talent still out there left on the board. I mean, you might see a Michigan player go here. I don't know if that's going to be Chris Jenkins or Mikey Sanders still. But if the Lions decide to move up, you go after JPJ. I'm sorry. That's just a person that you need on this team that can play guard and the center at the same. So you want a player that has that versatility, as everyone says. So give me JPJ if they move up.
Nick says, I need JPJ like I need air.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Pick is in. Detroit's on the clock. Brad Kool-Aid Holmes.
There's so many people that are still on the board, man. A lot of people that we covered that were options that we didn't even think the Lions would be able to have the opportunity to even draft. But when you look at guys like JPJ, Jer'Zhan Newton, Marshawn Nealon, Darius Robinson, they're players that can really help this team in the trenches. Whatever they do, I'm hoping Brad just goes and reinforces the trenches. Obviously, the offensive line, you've brought it up plenty of times. When you look at what these contract situations are moving forward, Panay just got paid. I'm hoping they go offensive line.
All right. Offensive. If I'm staying at 61, that's the direction I'm going. And what's in my head right now is Cooper Beebe and Kingsley Sumataya out of BYU. Those are my two guys at 61. If I'm moving up, you guys know what one of them is. Vlad McConkey.
Yes, sir.
Vlad McConkey.
Vlad McConkey. He's still there.
I swear.
The
He's
lad.
still there. And some of the teams that picking at the top of the second already took their receiver in the first round, so he might be there.
Yeah.
You might not have to go up as far, but Chris Jenkins.
Yep, Roman Wilson still
Bills
out
need a
there.
receiver.
Still some names out there.
Bills do need a receiver, but I think they go like Troy Franklin, AD Mitchell, like a more of a field stretcher.
Yeah.
Not that Ladd can't do that, but AD and Troy. Jacob Cowing out of Arizona, the UCF guy. There are other like deep threats. So there are my two scenarios: Cooper Beebe, Kingsley.
Sorry
Chris
to the
Jenkins,
Bills,
and
too.
Ladd. Pardon?
I said sorry to the Bills too. They had to wait that whole entire night, and then they didn't even pick.
Yeah.
There's a smart. I mean, these guys still on the board to get whatever they got for one move back.
Right.
They get a 4-year contract, a cheaper player.
And it's going to be a receiver. They need a receiver.
Yeah.
All the Bills players.
It's gonna be AD Mitchell. Yep. So that's it. I see Neil coming in. Let's wrap the show up.
Let's wrap it up, man. Hey, chat family, as always, thank you guys for the support today. It's a high day, man, for the Detroit Lions, for the city of Detroit. We are on display, and you guys continue to show out. So I want to make sure that I applaud you, chat family. Thank you guys for the epic support today. If you haven't, smash that like button. If you have, we appreciate you greatly. Shout out to Flannel Sam. He will be on Big D Energy today with Neil Rule. That is at 11, ends at 1 p.m. Make sure you guys tap in. For our elite booth, man, we got Detroit's #1 draft pick. That is Mr. KG.
Smirks, no smiles. You know what it is. Go Lions.
Go Lions, man. Hey, shout out to the Lions hats too for my booth.
Oh yeah.
Today.
Oh yeah.
Woodward Sports MVP, Mr. JBSMOOOOOV in the TD booth.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Amazing show. Get ready for another day 2 that's down to be amazing as well too.
Come rock with us.
Come rock with us. 313 Draft Party. You guys want to be there. The information is all over socials. You can just look it up too. Google got it. Google got it.
Google got everything.
Google it. Shout out to Mr. Matthew Broder here. He's been running around doing an amazing job covering this draft for the network. He is our credentialed Detroit Lions and Tigers beat reporter. And it's your boy Brandon, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid. I do cover the Pistons for this network, man.
Say that with confidence, baby.
Your credentialed Detroit Pistons beat writer and reporter. We will get there, folks. We will get there. But right now, it's about these Lions.
It's about damn time.
Let's go.
Let's go. 365 days until NFL Draft 2025.
We're already counting down.
Well, I was waiting for the chest pass, and I'm gonna do the Billy Madison or the Happy Gilmore. Oh, that's my bad version of a chest
pass.
Yeah.
Breast pass.
Breast pass.
By the way, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 11:30, speaking to the media, talking about that contract extension. He's here for 4 extra years.
4 more years. You gotta rip them, huh? Let's go. Thank you guys as always for the support. It's been Wake Up Woodward. Have a great day, y'all. Be blessed.
We out.